We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video. Put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's a pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rough. For stepping for the title and facial rival, this ain't no little tussle.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BBO, it's your boy D Free, and this is the Roll with the Punches podcast, episode 4, man. We at episode 4 already.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Racking them up. My brother Josh in the building early. So we got a lot to talk about, man.
Yep, we got a lot to talk about. It's fight week for AJ. It's a fight week for Gary Antoine. Oscar Valdez. I mean, we got a lot of fights. We got all three platforms has got fights this weekend.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, man. I couldn't be more excited about getting to see Gary Russell back in the ring, man. He had a little tough time his last fight, but I think he got a lot of talent, man. So I'm really going to see what he can do.
I just found out that the fight is here, and I'm about to go purchase my tickets. It's right down the street from my house. I was like, I gotta be there.
You got to go see that, man. That's going to be a huge fight. But what you think about Shakur and Loma being next, man? Think that's a good fight, or what you think?
I don't know if it's going to be Shakur and Loma because Loma is not answering the calls. Shakur is calling him out, but Loma's like he got unfinished business with Devin, and he's not trying to take that fight with Shakur. So I think Shakur going to go elsewhere because actually I don't even know if the WBC has officially named Shakur as the fighter to fight for the vacant belt. I know that they Shakur had petitioned to be the mandatory, but I don't know if they officially said that Shakur is going to be fighting for the WBC belt. Because you know how the WBC move, they move funny. If Loma said he want to fight for the belt, they might move Shakur a different route.
Yeah, I think you know what? I think the funny thing about it is I don't want to speak ill on Loma and say I don't think Loma will take the fight because I think he will. I'm just wondering, if he don't get the Loma fight, will Shakur have the nuts to step to somebody like a Frank Martin? Will he do what it takes to fight a guy like Frank Martin? That's what
I don't think he'll go to Frank Martin. I think his next move is going to be probably Jermaine Ortiz if Jermaine can make the weight. Now, Jermaine said the reason why he didn't make the weight, he had a hard time making the weight for his last fight was because he had an injury in camp and it took away from his training. So he had a hard time making the weight. So if Jermaine Ortiz can make the weight, I think that might be the next route that Shakur goes. I don't think he's going to go Frank Martin. I don't think he's going to go that route.
You think a lot of Sugar Shakur, man. I tell you that, man, because he's not going to fight Jermaine Taylor, bro. Jermaine Ortiz. My mistake. Jermaine Ortiz. He's not going to fight Jermaine Ortiz.
I mean, that's a big fight.
I don't think he don't want to take that bigger risk, man. That's a big risk to fight a guy like that.
But you're not gonna take that big risk to fight him, but you're gonna fight the guy that beat him.
I mean, me and you both know Loma didn't beat him. You know that.
I mean, hey, like people always say, the judges make the call, so we got to go by according to what the judges say. Even though we know that the judges been wrong a lot of times, and we know sometimes the judges have their little issues, and we suspect that they being paid under the table. We don't know for sure, but we suspect that they being paid under the table. That's why we see a lot of these robberies coming in effect. But I mean, hey, they said Loma won the fight, so I got to give it to Loma.
I mean, I hear what you say. I know you a politician. You from DC, man. It's in you to be a politician. You're not gonna give us a real answer. But I'll tell you this, man. I'm starting to realize that Sugar Shakur, he might just not be what we thought he is, man. Because I keep hearing, he want to fight this guy, he want to fight that guy. At the end of the day, if you want to fight people, man, you just make it happen. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but you just call people out. If you want to make the fight, you go to fights and make them happen, man. What you think?
Yeah. I mean, you got to. What's going on, Josh? What's going on, Shawala, Brian Corbin? Appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all smash the like button as y'all come in. But I mean, that's what the fight is supposed to do. They're supposed to call out the fights that they want. But I mean, if you really want it, you gotta show up to their doorstep. You gotta do like Muhammad Ali. You gotta be at every press conference that they're at and force that fight and make it no other choice but to fight that person. If you really want that fight, that's what you got to do. And I mean, that's pretty much what Devin Haney was doing with Tio and Kambosos.
Oh, no, he wasn't doing that versus Tio, bro.
Man, yes, the hell he was. He was doing that Tio every chance he can. He showed up at the press conference. He showed up at his fights. He was letting Tio know, look, this is the fight that I want. You're going to either fight me or you're going to go a different route. And we saw Tio go a different route.
Come on, man. You priced yourself out. I don't know why you keep doing that, man. I don't know why you do that.
It's not me doing it. It's not me. That's what Devin did. It's evidence. I mean, you ain't got to take my word for it. You can just go look at the footage. It's evidence.
Devin is scared to death of Teofimo Lopez. You know
that's
it,
why. That's why he showed up at Tio and said, "I want this fight," and Tio said, "I'm gonna go fight Kambosos."
Was he there when Devin? Was he there when Tio won the 140 belt from the former undisputed champion? Did he come to that fight?
Why was he at that fight when he was fighting? He was about to fight Loma. Why would he be at that fight?
We all knew he was gonna move up, man. You know that.
But he was getting ready for his fight. Why would he be at somebody else's fight when he's getting ready for his fight? They fought like a month behind each other. They fought like a month behind each other. At the end of the day,
who want to see that fight other than seeing Loma? Nobody wanted to see Devin Haney, bro. I keep telling you that. Nobody wanted to see Devin Haney. Devin Haney
versus Loma?
No, they wanted to see Loma. They didn't want to see Devin Haney.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Loma was. It sounded like Loma was at home, but did it not?
Okay.
I'm asking you, did it not sound like Loma was at home? It sounded like Loma was at home, bro. Like, I don't know.
You could say it sounded like Loma was at home. I could say it sounded like Tio was at home. Regardless, I mean, not Tio. Devin was at home. Regardless of the fact that Devin draw in the fans, because you gonna say that Loma had more black fans than Devin did?
I would say he had more fans. I ain't gonna say black fans.
No, I'm asking, did he have more black fans than Devin did?
See, you a politician. There you go, man.
I'm just asking. Because I mean, like I said, you could say people wanted to see Loma. I could say people wanted to see Devin. All I know is this was the first fight that either one of them did on pay-per-view, and they did 150,000 pay-per-view buys, which was good for the first time they ever been on pay-per-view.
I mean, people bought that fight to see Loma, bro. I don't know why you keep playing like that's not the case. And I'll say this just to clear what my brother D Free won't say. Tio, the former undisputed champion, now current 140-pound lineal champion.
He was not.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was, man. I don't know why you do that.
I don't see nowhere in the record books where it says Tio is undisputed. Everywhere I look, it says unified champion.
All I can say is
you don't know shit about boxing. You don't know shit.
You are absolutely right. You don't know shit about boxing. You are absolutely right. No, you don't.
The black mama already told you what time it was.
You are absolutely right. You don't. What's going on, Johnny Bean? Case of Boy. What's going on, G5?
Case of Boy. What's up with you? Gal Body Jelly Bean. What do you say? He said Tio was never. Man, why, Case of Boy? Why you getting in here lying, bro? Why you getting in here lying, bro? You getting in here lying? I seen Tio with all the belts.
You do realize that the vast majority said Tio is not undisputed.
That's not true, man.
Yes, it is.
I mean, yes, people lie about a lot of things, bro. People lie about a lot of things, man.
And
you know what I say?
Fuck Fred, fuck Howard, and fuck all of them.
What about Robin? She's hot, right?
Robin?
Yeah.
Who cares about that bitch?
That's what I think. That's what I think when you.
All I know is, I mean, if T.O. was such a big draw, why he makes less money than Devin?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You don't make what you supposed to get, man. You make what you negotiate. That's that politician in you, bro. That's that politician in you.
He must not be that big of a draw. He can't negotiate more money. He must not be that big of a draw.
His dad is his manager, bro. I don't know what's going on. He said, BBO, you've been shipping out. You rock with Canelo cheap. Man, come on, bro. Let's be honest here, man. I'll rock with Canelo. Okay, that's crazy. You want to talk crazy about Canelo as if he's not the best. He has the best resume in boxing. Right now, there's not a fighter right now that's active boxing that got a better resume to you. I mean, better than Canelo.
But what I tell you about this resume, one thing I can say about his resume and anybody else's resume when y'all bring up the resume, them resumes don't get in the ring and fight.
I mean, I don't know what you mean when you say that, bro. That makes no sense.
Resumes don't get in the ring and fight. That's what I mean.
Hey, that just sounds crazy, man.
Show me when a resume got in the ring and hit somebody across the face.
Hey, you know the funny thing about it, man. And you entitled to being wrong. Think about it, man. You was wrong about Terrence Crawford, so you entitled to being wrong. You wrong about this one. You've been wrong before. You be wrong again.
Wrong about Terrence Crawford.
I didn't say I wasn't wrong.
I was the only one that was wrong. You was also wrong. I think that was wrong about Terrence Crawford.
I was just letting you know, man.
I mean, every dog has their day at least once. Every dog has their day at least once.
That's what I keep trying to tell you, man. But when it comes to Canelo, man, he don't get enough respect. I don't know what case the boy is talking about. Evander was a drug cheat, but you still love him. Salute the Kwee in the chat. At the end of the day, man, we gotta quit being. If you like him, it's cool. If you don't like him, it don't count. That makes no sense, bro. But I ain't gonna stay on that all day. You know how D3 do, man. He don't want to give no Spanish fighter any credit. He don't like Ring Magazine. He don't like anything.
What's going on with you? Appreciate y'all coming through.
So let me ask you this, man. Now this is the big question right here. Can Oscar Valdez become undisputed at 130?
I'm gonna say no.
Why no?
Because you got that monster down there.
Who?
What's my man name from Houston? Guy, his head his name just slipped me. Somebody in the chat, let me know who just got finished beating Ray Vargas for the
What the fuck you say? I was on it.
I'm just trying to tell you, man.
For the belt. And Shakur Stevenson, he was Shakur Stevenson mandatory for like 2 years. What is his name?
Salute to you, Miss Just Do. Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. What's up with
Foster,
you, brother?
Foster.
Oh man, Valdez will kill him, bro.
What?
Valdez will kill him, bro. What are you talking about? What do you be saying, D3? What do you be saying, bro? I don't know what you talking about.
He is not beating Foster. He is not beating him. You just saw. No, he's not. You just saw what happened when he fought daggone Shakur Stevenson. That come straight forward is not working. When you in there with a boxer, it's not working. It's not working.
All I can tell you is this. This is the most important thing I want to know, man. Did AJ duck Andy Ruiz? In your opinion, did he duck Andy Ruiz?
AJ?
Yeah.
He fought him twice.
No, I'm talking about, did he duck that third fight?
What third fight?
He could have had a third fight when Dillian White came up cheated.
They said they had a replacement fill-in. That was up to Andy Ruiz to take that fight. That wasn't up to AJ to say,
AJ said no. They said AJ said no.
I mean, like I said, I don't count that as a duck.
Oh my God,
count that as a duck. Because if he said no, I don't know if he did or he didn't. I'm not an AJ fan at all. I'm not an AJ fan at all.
I don't like AJ.
Hell no. I never liked AJ.
Why?
I don't like. He's too robotic. He's overhyped. Now that's overhyped. When y'all want to say somebody that's
You know
overhyped,
he beat Klitschko, right? You know he beat Klitschko,
he
right?
beat an old ass Klitschko. Klitschko was like 40 years old.
What does that matter?
It matters a lot in the sport of boxing.
Oh my God!
What are you talking about? That matters
Oh my
a lot.
God! Oh
Matters
my
a
God!
lot.
The guy was champion for like 12 years. What are you talking about, bro?
Show me how many 40-year-olds is going out there beating 25-year-olds. Show me how many.
I see. Manny Pacquiao did it.
Manny Pacquiao wasn't 40. And he ain't beat no 20. He ain't beat no 25-year-old.
He was 40, but he
wasn't 40 and he ain't beat no 25.
Hey, Keith Thurman wasn't. I see what you're doing, man. You're getting on the roof, man. You being captain. I know how you do, D.
Like I said, I'm not an AJ fan, but I don't consider that a duck.
Okay.
I don't consider it a duck.
So what do you call that? What do you call that then?
Do you consider Tank Davis duck Devin Haney?
No, I know he ducked Lomachenko though.
No, I'm asking you, did you consider Tank Davis duck Devin Haney?
No, he never had that fight. That fight never came up.
Devin Haney said he'd step in when what's face pulled out.
That's cap.
It's the same situation when Rolly pulled out. Devin Haney said he'd step in. They didn't take that fight. Yes, he did. He said, "I'll step in." You heard them
the LOD say they wanted too much money. Devin Haney.
I'm just telling you what he said. That's what he said. He'll step in. So if you say that's not a duck, then you got to say that this is not a duck as well.
Oh my God!
No reason why AJ said no.
Why else would he say no other than him being scared?
We don't know. I can't give you the answer because I don't know. I didn't even know that he said no.
Hey, well, let me ask you this, man. Since you won't tell me that. Now, what do you think about Bud maybe possibly saying he might fight Canelo one day? You think that'd be a great fight?
Bud ain't fighting no Canelo.
Oh, you think he was scared to fight Canelo?
What weight class is he going to fight? He going to move up to 160, 168?
I think Bud can move to 160.
But it said he's not going over 154. So is he moving to 160 or 168? He said he's not going over 154. He's trying to get Canelo. He's trying to get Canelo to come down.
He the same guy. He the same guy that said he would never fight Errol, and he fought Errol.
Like I said, he said he's not going over 154.
Woo, pretty girl.
He said he's not going over 154.
Hey, he said, hey, my young black American undisputed champion deserves whatever money he wants. You know what's funny, Case the boy? That's cap. He fought a weak George Cambozo that nobody even knew, and he got the belts. He didn't have to do like Jamel Charlo and fight through Tony Harrison, fight through Brandon Rosario. Man, come on, man. That makes no sense.
But Cambozo beat your favorite fighter.
He was sick. What are you talking about? He was sick. He almost died. I don't understand why you keep bringing that up, bro.
Put a whooping on him. You absolutely did.
And what did he do his next couple fights? He beat the guy that beat Mikey Garcia, and then he went in there and beat Josh Taylor 10-2.
Why didn't he rematch Cambozo then?
He couldn't make the weight.
Man, here you go with that shit.
Here we go.
That man didn't have no problem making the weight when he fought Cambozo. He didn't say, "Oh, it's hard for me to make this weight." He just said, "I'm going to 40." After he got beat up, he said, "I'm going to 40."
Oh, well, I gotta snatch your chain, man. You talking too wild, bro. You talking way too wild today, but I gotta snatch your chain early, man.
I mean,
but this is the thing. I'm not arguing the facts. The facts is Tio is his
favorite fighter.
Oh, Tio. Okay, Tio's my favorite fighter. Here we go. No, he's not. I don't have a favorite fighter. I don't have a favorite fighter.
Oh, now you don't have a favorite fighter.
I don't have a favorite fighter.
You say he's not. You don't have no favorite fighters after Earl or you. Like, I don't have no favorite fighter no more. Because
I don't.
Tio, Ryan, Oscar, and Canelo all was your favorite fighters. Those were all your favorite fighters, and they all got beat. They were all your favorite fighters, and they all got beat. And you said, I don't have no favorite fighter no more because all my favorite fighters keep getting beat. That's what you said.
They fight the best. That's why they fight the best.
I'm just saying that's what you said. That's what you said.
They fight the best, man. They fight the best. So
no, that wasn't the best. You saying Cambozo was the best when Tio lost?
He was IBF mandatory. Here we go.
Was he the best? Was he the best?
He had won 3 fights by split decision. That's all I can say. But
was he the best?
But think about this. Think about this, man. Salute to my brother Bruce Gas. Salute to Sully T. Salute to all my people here. Hey, that's what I'm gonna tell you. You know for a fact that T.O. was undisputed, right? He went and fought Loma for undisputed. They tried to say we're undisputed because Devin had the pride belt. My mistake. He had the
Devin
pride
had
belt.
The WBC belt.
That was the pride belt. Are you gonna listen to what
the
the commissioner say, or are you gonna just go crazy?
Devin had the WBC belt.
Come on, let me ask you this, man. Let me ask you this. Why don't you give T.O. his credit?
I give him his credit. I give him his credit for beating Josh Taylor.
That's it? Beating Loma don't count?
Yeah, I gave him his credit when he beat Loma. That's when we was rocking with him. It was after the Loma when he started moving funny. That's when we stopped rocking with him.
That makes no sense.
Yes,
so basically,
because he ducked
so
Devin.
basically,
because
he
said he was
me,
going to fight Devin. He said Loma didn't want to fight her. I'm gonna fight Devin. It's the takeover. I'm gonna fight Devin. And then when Devin was ready to fight him, after that fight, he decided to put on his little skirt and do his little ballerina dance around the ring. He didn't want to fight him.
Come on, man. Let me ask you a true question. So basically, what you're telling me is if T.O. had waves in the beard, that'd be that was you basically telling me.
After the LD said, RIP TWT name from this nigga.
You said what? hey, that's rough, bro. That's rough because I'm the only one that's gonna tell the truth, man. I'm gonna tell the truth.
You're not telling the truth. You far from telling the truth. You far from telling the truth.
well, let me ask you this, man. This is a big question that we wondering, man. So who's gonna be Tank's next fight, man? That's a big question.
Who's gonna be Tank next fight?
Yeah, who's Tank's next fight?
At this point, I don't know. I mean, he might end up fighting T.O. You never know. That's who Floyd want him to fight. He might fight T.O.
So if he was to fight T.O., what round would you think T.O. would they would fight? They would go to?
T.O. would get stopped in probably the 6th or the 7th round.
You think so?
Yeah.
Stopped?
Yeah. I already told you if Cambosa make his daggone chest feel like it was exploding, it's really going to explode. It's really going to explode when Tank hit him. Because Cambosa can't punch through a paper bag.
But he was punching Devin pretty good.
Did Devin get wobbled? Did Devin fall?
No, Devin didn't get wobbled, but Devin was a lot bigger than him coming into the fight. You know, Devin probably walk around about 150, man. So he's a weight bully. But I'm not gonna get on the weight bully stuff, man, because that's what you like to talk about. So let me ask you this, man. This is the most important thing. I'm gonna ask you this. So what you think about Floyd saying that that Errol Smooth at the 160, 168? What you think about that?
I mean, that's about right. But I mean, it's up to Earl what he want to do. I can't make that decision for Earl. Earl the only one can make that decision. But that's about right because that's his normal. That's his close to his natural weight. That's more close to his natural weight. Like I told you, Earl outside of training for a fight, Earl probably walks around at like 160, 170, somewhere around there. Because I look at myself, like I said, I'm 195, and I'm not training for a fight. So, and Earl is roughly around the same height as me. I'm 5'10", Earl like 5'9", somewhere around there. So I can see Earl natural weight probably like around 160, 170. So I mean, he's not far off from him fighting at 160, 168.
Well, let me ask you this: how come people don't take Floyd's offer to train him? Why won't Errol let Floyd train him like he offered to train him? Why won't he let Floyd train him?
Why would he leave a trainer that he's been with since day one? That man brought Earl from the amateurs all the way through the Olympics, all the way up to now. He's been with the same trainer. It's not like Dirk James is training him bad, and he had one loss. I mean, I could see if Dirk James was showing him something that he don't need to do, and he's been struggling with fights after fights. But this is the first time we ever seen Errol Spence struggle in a fight. And like I said, from what I've seen, it had nothing to do with Dirk James. I just don't think Earl was at his full strength.
And this is what I also ask you. This is a good question. Salute to my man, Case of Boy, reading my mind. Pause. So how come it seems like Floyd don't seem to embrace these fighters until after they lose?
Because Floyd wants to be all about him. So when something like this happens and Floyd steps in, Floyd know that the spotlight is going to be on him, because he that's what Floyd wants. Floyd wants the spotlight to be on him. That's why he's still doing these exhibition fights, because he wants the spotlight on him. He don't know how to just stay in the background and become a promoter. He don't know how to be an Al Heyman. He always wants the spotlight on himself. What's going on, K-Rod? But that's the problem with Floyd. He don't know how to be a promoter. He's like the Puff Daddy of promoting. He always got to be. He always got to show his face. That's what Floyd is. Floyd is Puff Daddy of promoting. That's what Floyd is.
Well, let me ask you this, man. He counting that money like king, so I don't understand what's the problem with how he doing things. What's the problem?
I mean, it's not a problem of how he promotes. It's the problem that he wants the spotlight on him. If he could just promote his fighters and stay in the background and not have to be in the spotlight, Floyd will be a hell of a promoter, because he know how to make money. He's been in 4 of the top 5 grossing fights in boxing history. He's in 4 of them, so he know how to promote. It's just he don't know how to not be in the spotlight. He got to be in the spotlight. Like I said, he's Puff Daddy. He got to be in the spotlight.
So this is my main question. So a lot of people in the chat say they don't want to see Floyd train, and I like Derrick James a lot. I think Derrick James is a terrific trainer. I think if he keeps going, the way he teaches the fundamentals, man, and let's see what he do with Ryan Garcia. I've seen some improvements with AJ his last fight versus Jermaine Franklin, but let's give Derrick James some more time to grow as a trainer, because this is his first big loss with his first big fighter. But this is what I'm saying. You can't tell me Floyd George Mayweather Jr. doesn't know more boxing than Derrick James. You can't tell me that. There's no way you can tell me that, D3. There's no way.
I'm not gonna say he knows more boxing than Derrick James. I'm gonna say they probably know about the same, because Derrick James.
Oh my God.
Derrick James been around boxing. Derrick James been around boxing just as long as Floyd has been around boxing. You got to remember, Derrick James was a boxer his damn self. And was
he good as Floyd?
I ain't saying he don't have to be as good as Floyd to know boxing. You don't have to be good to know boxing. You don't have to. So you saying that Floyd know more boxing than Emmanuel Stewart?
No, I didn't say
okay, but Emmanuel Stewart ain't as good as Floyd neither.
So Derrick James is Emmanuel Stewart now?
No, I'm just saying. You saying because he's not as good as Floyd, he don't know more boxing than Floyd, because he's not as good as Floyd as a boxer. So he don't know more boxing than Floyd.
We haven't seen a fight like Floyd in the last 50 years, bro. That's how special Floyd is.
That doesn't mean that he knows everything about boxing or he knows more than another trainer. That doesn't mean he knows more. Just because he was a good fighter. Roy Jones was a good fighter. He don't know everything about boxing.
I don't think you can even put Roy Jones in the same league as
no, I'm just saying Roy Jones was a fighter that we haven't seen in our lifetime. Roy Jones did stuff that you would probably never see a fighter do when he was in the ring at his best. You probably never.
I also seen him pop dirty too.
Yeah, he did. But I'm not gonna say
you gotta tell the whole story. You gotta tell the whole story, D3. You don't want to tell the whole story.
How many times have you popped dirty? How many times have you popped dirty?
Who?
Roy. How many times have you popped dirty?
Once.
Okay. When did he pop dirty?
In the middle towards the end.
It was at the end of his career when he popped dirty. At the end of his career. So if he hasn't popped dirty before then, we can't say that he was always dirty. He never popped before then.
Well, you can't. Well, I got to answer this in the chat. He said, "Has any TM10 fighters really shined?" Tank Davis,
huh?
Tank Davis. He said, "Badu Jack." It's a bunch of Floyd Mayweather fighters that shine, bro.
Badu Jack ain't the greatest of fighters.
Oh, he a 3-time. See that? That's what you.
He ain't the greatest of fighters.
That's what you do, D3. You take away people's accomplishment.
That's what you do. You talking about? Oh, he's a 3-time champion. Okay, because he's a 3-time champion doesn't mean that you're the greatest of fighters. You can fight 3 people for a belt. That doesn't mean you're the greatest of fighters. We see people get belts all the time. And daggone Ndango had 2 fucking belts. He wasn't the greatest of a fucking fighter.
Hey, this what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. I got my young boy in the background, Job, man. Brooklyn's own, East New York's own, man. He a young fighter. So, hey, Job, I gotta tell you, you unbiased. We can tell my brother D Free is biased, bro. Tell me this, man. If Floyd Mayweather came to your gym right now and said he would train you, would you rather have Derrick James?
Oh, no, I'm having Floyd on my side.
Oh, it proves it. That's what I just told you, D.
Let me ask you this. Who has Floyd trained?
It's not about who he trained.
I'm just asking you a simple question. Who has he trained?
It's about the knowledge, but he carried. You feel me? He got so much experience and knowledge.
I didn't ask you that. I just asked you who has he trained.
Yeah, but he helped train Tank. You know what I'm saying? He got Tank better. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't over Calvin Floyd work. You know what I'm saying? You could see by the touches that Floyd put on same Tank.
Like I said, who has Floyd trained?
He's been there with everybody. Earl Spence.
Just because he give you pointers, that doesn't mean you train. I said, who has he trained?
Nah, but look, but the pointers that he give you is crucial pointers. So
I just asked a simple question. It's either 2 people, no people, 3 people. That's all I asked was a simple question. Who has he trained?
Why do he gotta train?
Why is it so hard to answer the question?
Why is it so hard to answer the question?
So y'all don't want to say what the answer is, and so I say it for you. He trained nobody, so we don't know how good of a trainer he is. He didn't train nobody.
Crazy, man.
We don't know how good of a trainer he is. He never trained anybody.
Hey, and before we go to our next topic, John, now you a fighter right now, so let me ask you this: do you respect the Ring Magazine belt?
Yeah.
D Free says it's trash.
What?
The Ring Magazine belt.
I said who's trash?
The Ring Magazine belt. You said it's trash.
I said the Ring Magazine belt don't mean shit.
Oh, I just told you it means everything.
It doesn't mean anything.
How? That's the lineal champion.
No, it's not.
That's the lineal champion.
Ring Magazine is not a linear championship. It's not.
That's what it say on the belt. That's what it says on the belt.
The Ring Magazine is not Ring Magazine is not a linear championship. Ring Magazine is Ring Magazine, and you know who runs Ring Magazine? Oscar De La Hoya.
He owns it. He don't run it. He owns it.
Run, whatever. He's a promoter. He's a promoter. So how can you say a promoter that has fighters, his belt means something? He's going to have biasness towards certain fighters because he's a promoter.
Well
I think that, but this day and age, but the Ring Magazine belt don't hold no weight because it's not really known in the social media era. So most people don't know the significance. Wait, that's how you say it, but
significance.
Yeah, you feel me? They don't really know that. You know, say that with the belt.
Well, you talking wild? You said you.
All I'm saying is, no, you don't get no acknowledgement for having a Ring Magazine belt. You don't get no acknowledgement for that.
Because it's not properly promoted. You know what I'm saying?
So,
with the W. Huh?
Basically, what y'all saying is it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything.
This is the thing we gotta do. You know, D Free is a funny guy. I can't compete with this guy on there. He's a funny guy. He just is.
I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it real.
He's from DC. You know, you gotta watch those guys from DC. You gotta watch your pockets. You know how them DC brothers do. But this is what I'm gonna tell you. What you think about Devin Haney playing games with Regis Prograde? What you think about that?
Devin Haney gonna beat St. Regis easy.
I think Devin Haney will outbox Regis. I just want to know how Devin Haney is going to look in the later round because he tends to slow down, and we know Regis can punch. But I think Devin Haney will outbox Regis. I just don't know how he's going to hold up in the later round.
Regis don't have anything that Haney haven't seen before.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm
true.
saying?
That's true.
Like ain't nothing that for me, but Regis could really do. The only thing that he got is power, and you need way more than that, but to beat Devin Haney.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I'm not saying that Regis is a talent that Devin Haney needs to be worried about, because Devin Haney fought that style of fighter before. Like I said, I just worry about Devin Haney in the later round, because Devin Haney tends to slow down and he gets hit a lot more in the later rounds. And Regis' power carries through all 12 rounds. So right. if Regis land a good shot on Devin, I don't know if he's going to be able to stand up to it. I'm not saying that he won't be able to stand up to it. I just don't know. That's the only thing that I'm worried about. I think Devin will outbox Regis, though. I think he'll outbox.
So easy.
So let me ask you this: did you not see Loma almost stop Devin in the 11th round? Did you not see that deep?
That's Loma, though, bro.
Did you see that?
Loma beat you up, don't
he almost stopped him.
Regis don't have the boxing skills that a Loma have. Now, I'm not saying that Regis can't beat Loma or anything like that. I'm not saying Loma got more power than Regis or nothing like that. But Loma's boxing ability is better than Regis' boxing ability.
By far.
That's all I can say, man. Y'all dudes is talking wild, and I got to put something.
Fuck Fred, fuck Howard, and fuck all of them.
What about Robin? She's hot, right?
Robin?
Yeah.
Who cares about that bitch?
All I can tell you is this. When it comes to Devin Haney, this is probably, and I hear you in the chat, A1. I'm about to cook you in 1 second, brother. I heard you in the chat talking crazy. I'm going to cook you in 1 second, A1. You've been talking real crazy, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. When you talk about a guy like Regis Prograde, he's a very, very talented 140 pound. He's a real true 140 pound champion. Can he go to 147? I don't really think so. He kind of reminds me of a poor man's Hawk. Where, no, I'm not. I wouldn't dare say he's anywhere as good as the Hawk, but I'm talking about where he's a real sturdy junior middleweight, and I mean junior welterweight. I think this is going to be the toughest fight of Devin's career. And the funny thing is, if he don't come in there prepared, he could get stopped. Because one thing I know about Devin Haney is a man with no country. One minute he's fighting like. Go ahead.
No, I won't say no. It's going to be probably Devin Haney's toughest fight. But it's also going to be Regis' second toughest fight.
Yeah, I really think this fight
Regis hasn't fought nobody with the skills of a Devin Haney. He hasn't fought a pure boxer.
Josh Taylor?
Josh Taylor's not a pure boxer.
He better than
No,
Devin
he's
Haney.
not. No, he's
not.
Oh, my God.
He don't
have nowhere near the boxing
ability
of Devin Haney. He don't have nowhere near the boxing ability of a Devin Haney.
Devin Haney is Paulo Malignaggi, bro. He's Paulo Malignaggi with waves.
I'm not talking about power. When I say boxing ability, I'm not talking about power. I'm talking about boxing, not power. Boxing. Josh Taylor don't have the boxing ability of a Devin Haney. Nowhere close.
It's the funny thing.
But still, regardless.
Go ahead. You said
regardless. Yeah, I think the fight. I said regardless, I think the fight is going to be like competitive. It's not. Haney is going to step on Regis. Like, I see it happening with Regis. He don't got anything else. He don't got but no other skills. He just got a strong jab, and then he like to brawl. You know what I'm saying? He don't got no boxing skills, no great footwork, but no good head movement. He just got heart, grit, and power, and that's not going to be Devin Haney.
See, I'm going to give you a World War comparison. Regis is like you, man. Until he get hit in the mouth, he don't want to fight. That's what it is, bro. He's like you. Once he get hit in the mouth, he want to fight. That's what it is.
What I will
say
is
the difference between me and Regis is that I got boxing skills. You know what I'm saying? I could set up every single one of my punches. You know what I'm saying? But I could box you.
But when does that happen, John? When does that happen? That happens after you get hit in the mouth. That's when you want to fight.
What I will say about
Devin Haney, turn me up. You know what I'm saying?
What I will say about Devin Haney is, who knows? Devin Haney might be stronger at 140. He might be stronger at 140. He might have been draining himself to be at 135 because, I mean, we could look at Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford wasn't knocking everybody out at 35. He wasn't knocking everybody out at 40. When he got to 47, that's when he started knocking everybody out because it was closer to his natural weight.
At 40, he started knocking people out.
He knocked people out, but he wasn't knocking everybody out. He wasn't knocking everybody out. It was because when he got to 147, he's closer to his natural weight. So when you're closer to your natural weight, you're more stronger because you're closer to your natural weight. You don't have to cut weight. When you closer to your natural weight, everything is better. Your speed is better, your endurance is better, and your power is better when you closer to your natural weight.
This is what I'll say. This is what I'll say to my partner right here, man. My brother, D Free, aka the politician, aka Marion Barry. That's what I'm gonna say to him, man. When you talk about Devin Haney, you can say the reason I say he's a man with no country. We seen him in the last fight where he told his dad, this stuff you tell him is not working. What's the second thing that is? What else was he telling his son? Use the brick hand. When has Devin Haney ever had a brick hand? So all of a sudden now he's Tank Davis with a brick hand. The thing is this, like I know, if you don't have a style that you're going to follow in boxing, that's how you get beat to death. And I'm telling you, it's midnight, like on Cinderella. That pumpkin that y'all thought was a chariot with Devin Haney is coming to an end. As he gets to 140, he's not what everybody says he is, bro. He's not. He's just not, bro.
Well, what I will say is you are 0 for 5 in big fights.
No, I'm not.
Ryan lost. T.O. lost.
No, T.O. won.
T.O.
won. No, T.O. won. T.O.
lost to Cambosa.
No, you going back to history.
Ryan lost. T.O. lost. Oscar lost. And Canelo lost.
Oscar did not lose.
Oscar did lose to Floyd.
You talking about 20 years ago?
He lost. I said big fights. He lost. Big
you talking about 20 years ago?
His biggest fight, he lost.
No, his biggest fight was Pernell Whitaker. That was his biggest fight.
I'm talking about a big fight where when I say big fight, I'm talking about most money driven in. That's what I say big fight. That's the biggest fight. His most money driven in was Floyd Mayweather. He lost. And the most money T.O. ever made was against Cambosa. He lost.
This is what I tell you, man. This is what I tell you. For all those, and salute to A1. A1, you did the right thing. You disappeared because I was about to cook you, man. You did the right thing, A1. I'll do this more than you. I'll do this more than you, A1. Don't ever come in here talking crazy.
He's probably listening.
He went away. He went away. He did the smart thing. He did the smart thing. A1. Never step to me, man, unless you want to go to bed. Never do that. That's not smart. You seen what happened to your boy Deontay Wilder. Don't do that, man. I don't think that should do that. And just remember this.
You don't know shit about boxing. You don't know shit.
Yo, shit about boxing.
Hey, but to our next topic, let me ask you this. Is Deontay Wilder a Hall of Famer?
Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely.
How so? He was a bronze medalist. He was a bronze medalist in the Olympics, and he held the WBC title for what, 5 years, 6 years, and he tied Muhammad Ali record with the most title defense for that title.
And he fought everybody but in his rank. Everybody.
He's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer.
He lost, but let me ask you this: will history hold it against him losing his 3 biggest fights?
No. He lost 2. He lost 2 fights.
Some people, he was there to be great. You cannot.
No, we're not doing that.
Hold on. How you gonna say he lost 2 fights with Tyson Fury? One guy. He lost 2 fights with Tyson Fury. How you gonna say will history hold him back because he lost those 2 fights when Manny Pacquiao got 8 losses?
This is the thing I'm saying. When they talk about Joe Louis, they still talk about him losing the smelling. So
but he's still in the Hall of Fame.
But no, what I'm talking about, would history look bad on Deontay Wilder for that? I'm just asking you a question as a fan.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you lost. It doesn't matter if you lost. He fought him. It doesn't matter that he lost. He fought him. And like I said, he tied Muhammad Ali's title defense with 10 of them. And he held the belt for 5 years, 6 years, something like that. That man is a Hall of Famer for sure.
And two, it was how he was beating them.
And he had
one by one.
And he has the highest knockout ratio of all heavyweights in the history of boxing.
Even when he lost, he was still.
Hold on. One second. I understand A1 got one leg bigger than the other, bro. But don't think I'm gonna take it easy on you. I'm gonna cook you, Wayne. Here. I do this more than you, bro. Don't do that. Salute to my man G5, my man Prize Fighter, aka Mike Lowry. What's going on?
What up?
Prize was good, family.
Yo, Jai, what up? D Free, what up? G5 Day, what's up, my guy?
What it do? Well, salute to the fan. What's good with you guys, man?
Hey, G5, I heard you in the chat, Captain, man. What happened?
In the chat, capping. What you talking about?
No, I'm just messing with. No, that was A1.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what you talking about? Hey, only cap I do is if it's a snapback cap on my top of my head. Other than that, ain't no cap in my wrap around this joint. Well, good. I hear y'all up here, man. BVO, I heard you. I heard you up here capping. You was doing some capping though. You talking about me? You up here talking about T.O. fought Loma for Undisputed. Man, stop it.
T.O. and Loma for Undisputed.
Yeah, that's what he
Nah,
said.
you said something about they bought him for Undisputed. Nah, man, you talking about Haney had a pride belt.
In BBO's mind, for whatever strange reason, he thinks that Teofimo Lopez was the undisputed champion. When you go look at the record books, his name is not on the list. So BBO, he loves to take that and run with it. Now, yeah, I would have T.O. in my top 6 maybe, but he's never as undisputed. I don't know why BBO runs with
and
that.
That's what I told BBO.
But now, but still,
we're not saying T.O. don't have skills. He just all that extra sauce you putting on it is not necessary. Sometimes people just want to eat the steak. They don't need no steak sauce. They just want the steak.
Right.
But you can't discredit him though. He beat Loma and he took his belt.
No, right? No, exactly.
No,
that's why I said he's high on the pound for pound list.
No. He was undisputed.
We're not discrediting that at all. I'm just saying he was never undisputed.
No,
he's
a 3-belt unified champ. I mean, that's an accomplishment that a lot of fighters don't even get. So he get all the credit on that. It's just I don't like the fact that they run around with merchandise, shirts, hats, beanies, undisputed champ. Bro, stop it. And people are walking around letting them do it. Like, bro, come on, stop it, bro.
You can't say that the man is undisputed because he had the franchise belt when the franchise belt don't exist no more.
Yeah, it's not transferable anyway. So he can't. It's not like
it don't even exist no more.
Devin Haney put that to bed.
And BVO's mine, and BVO's my brother. We talk every day behind the scenes. In his mind, he would tell you Teofimo. He can sit up here and explain to you how Teofimo Lopez is undisputed. 2 times undisputed.
Hey, you know what, man? You know what, G5? It's what you do, man. That's what you do, man. You're a country cat, charming guy. I get it. You're not gonna fool me. Man. Your slip is hanging, man. At the end of the day, T.O. was undisputed, bro. Why are we sitting here lying saying he wasn't, bro?
Show me where he was undisputed at. Show me a daggone a record book that says T.O. was undisputed. Show me.
Can't.
Mauricio Suleiman said he was, bro.
I don't care what Mauricio said. I want to see in the record books where it said he was undisputed.
Hey,
I want to see his name next
because
to
regardless of what Mauricio said, when Mauricio's dead and gone and T.O. is no longer fighting, they're going to open up the history book and say, okay, this person was undisputed. This person was undisputed. T.O.'s name is not going to be on there unless he get it at 140. His name is not going to be on there.
Let me ask you this. G5. Now I ask you this, man, because I know you're a pretty smart brother, man. I can't compete with you on that. But when you talk about a guy like Teofimo, who's like the can man, African, Mexican, Ukrainian, whoever it is, bro, you just go out there and fight him and get him out of the way. I don't know what you want me to say.
Except for Afro-American.
Oh, my boy John cut his camera off on that one.
Hey, the homie John was like, I'm out of here, man.
He's like, hey, man, I can't even look at this man.
He's the can man. He fought all the cans except for Afro-American.
Oh, here we go. Well, let me ask you this. Isn't G5 the same guy that caused Tank a three-division champion? Don't you do that?
He is.
No, he's not. He only won one belt.
Who?
No, he had 3 belts.
No, he won one belt at 130.
He had 3 belts at one time. He had 3 belts.
Those were regular belts. Those were
French fries belts.
We don't count French fries belts.
Do you know what those belts are called?
French fries belts. They're
not.
No,
they're not. They're not called regular belts. They're not called the WBA regular belt. They're called the World Boxing Association Championship. And then they have a World Boxing Association Super Champion. They're not called a regular belt.
Listen,
because when they introduce
like I said, John, you see what I'm saying? D-Free is a politician. He don't keep it real about this stuff.
I'm just telling you what it is.
I get it. It's easier to make campaign promises than it is to govern. If you look at If you look at it, if Tank fought the same kind of people that T.O. fought, y'all be calling this dude Floyd Mayweather right now. Y'all will be calling him Floyd Mayweather right now.
I definitely would call him Floyd Mayweather.
Y'all will be calling him Floyd Mayweather.
How many belts?
I don't hear you, G. I don't hear you, G.
No. See, I'm letting everybody go. I don't. They can say people can say he a 3-division champ. Hey, he got it. Because guess what? When you got a regular or a super, when they put that fight together, guess what they say? A championship fight.
Exactly.
It's for a championship. So, like they can say, I'll look at the super. You know what I'm saying? I put that way higher than the regular belt, but shit, he a champion. You know what I'm saying? So whether you say he won or 3, I ain't worrying about that. I'm looking at what he do in the ring. That's a bad motherfucker. You hear me? That's a bad dude. I don't care if he won the 3. Line up a lot of fighters and they go on to bed.
And
straight up, you line up a lot of them, they go on to bed.
Not to mention he's a 2-time champion at 130.
Yeah,
he had the IBF as well. He's a 2-time champion at 130.
He did, but it's the thing. This is the thing. If he and it goes back what I just said, G5 and the D3 directly. If this was Tank that fought the same kind of competition that T.O. fought, y'all would be calling this nigga up. Y'all be calling him Floyd Mayweather. Y'all be calling him Floyd.
I wouldn't be calling him Floyd.
Nah, I wouldn't.
I don't look at
G5.
like
G5. When have you seen a guy do this? He was at 130, beat the man to death. Went to 140, beat the man to death. They don't do that no more in boxing, bro. That's some Oscar De La Hoya type of stuff. They don't do that.
Tank do that.
Now I say this, bro. With T.O., right? He really lost. To what's buddy name? Sandor.
Sandor
That's keep it. That's keep it a buck.
That's cap.
That's cap. That's cap.
He won.
Bruh.
It was a close fight. Fight.
Man, that man had. Hold on, let me get my point out. Let me get it out. That man had T.O. looking like a deer in the headlights, bro. He couldn't get out the way of a straight jab. You got dropped by Sandor, bro. Sandor, somebody that's not known as a puncher, and you didn't really have no answers for it. I got on his helmet about that, but he turned around and he did Josh Taylor dirty though. So I gotta give him his respect. He beat somebody that's actually credible. At the 140, he beat Loma. He beat Richard Comey.
You know who Mark?
He get credit for those fighters, bro.
You know
like his resume decent, bro.
You know who beat Martin?
Huh?
You know who Martin beat? Mikey Garcia. Don't you get
Mikey got smoked by
BBO. Hold on. When did he beat Mikey? I guarantee you it was after Earl.
No,
of course it was.
Sandor Martin. You talking about?
Of course it was.
Sandor Martin beat Mikey Garcia. BBO. What you talking about?
No, that's what I'm saying. Mikey Garcia lost to I always mess Martin.
Sandor Martin.
Sandor Martin. He lost to Sandor Martin.
He beat a shell of Mikey Garcia.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Hold on. Come on, bro. There's no such thing. When you go look at Mikey Garcia before Earl and look at him after Earl fight. That boy went life and death with Vargas. Are you serious?
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. He did. I would agree with that. But see, Mikey didn't look good, but I still think that I'm agree with my brother BBO to a certain extent. I still think that Mikey has enough skills to beat Sandor Martin. He should have won that fight. Nobody expected that. Mikey was a big favorite, and he went out there, and laid an egg or whatever. But I see where BBO is coming from. As far as Sandor Martin.
No, he gonna get credit for beating him. I'm just saying, like, let's just keep it all at 100. If we gonna open it all the way up, bro, if we gonna open up Pandora's box, he can get credit for it. But was that the same Mikey Garcia you seen fight that was on the pound for pound up in the top 5? Four division champ trying to be the 5th one? No, not the same guy. But he does win. He won.
Well, let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick. And I'm sure my brother D3 would agree with me on this. Same thing with John Price. They would agree with me on this. Do you know that Muhammad Ali was not expected to beat Sonny Liston? You know that, right? Do you know that?
Yeah, but Sonny.
Yes. No. Do you know that he was not expected to beat Sonny Charles Liston?
That's absolutely true.
And what did he do?
But
he dominated him.
But the same thing goes in effect. That was a old Sonny Liston and a young Muhammad Ali.
What? Wait, hold on.
That was an old Sonny Liston and a young Muhammad Ali.
I said 34. That's old.
Nah.
34 is old.
I say this.
Listen, hold on. And at that time, back there when they was fighting 16, 17, 18 rounds, you fighting up until you 34, you're old then. You're putting way more mileage on your body than you are in these times. You're putting way more mileage.
I see where D3 is going with that one. I see, like, y'all jump all over, but I see where
and this is what I'll say. D3 to stump that into stump that out of here. And remember, Oscar went and fought Pernell Whitaker and beat him. It's just a part of daring to be great. Sometimes you can come out of there great.
He did not beat Pernell Whitaker, and I don't care what you or Bruce Gass say. He did not.
Salute the Bruce Gass for keeping it real. So,
that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, Sweet P got robbed, but Sandor did beat Mikey. No, we'll give him that. Sonny Liston 34, he wasn't old because Sonny Liston was still popping and popping people tops when Ali fought him. So I'm not even gonna use that as an example for a Sandor compared to a Sandor and Mikey in a Liston and Ali. I'm not even gonna use them as an example.
Nobody knew
not on the level of neither one of those fighters. He's not on the level of either one of them. Neither is Mikey.
What I'm saying is this: nobody knew the mouth of the South. That's what they used to call Ali when he was Cassius Clay. They didn't know Cassius at all. So at the end of the day, at some point, you gotta dare to be great. Just like this. Let me ask you this. Y'all give Spence so much credit for beating Mikey Garcia, but when I say, okay, the guy that beat him, I give Tio credit for it. That makes no sense, bro. That makes no sense.
He don't? Okay, so if I beat an older version or lesser version of Roy Jones, or am I gonna get the same credit for beating Roy Jones in his heyday? No.
Did you beat
timing is everything, bro?
Hold on. I'm about to cook you on this again. Roy Jones got two of the biggest wins we've seen in boxing in the last.
Bro, you missing it. Hold on. You ain't cooking shit. That's what you're not doing. You ain't even a chef enough for me, bro. Come on, dog. nigga, I am the smoke. I created and put it out. What you talking about? I'm making an example for the time when you beat somebody. Because if I fight Floyd Mayweather right now and beat him, they not gonna give me credit for this. If I beat him when he was 30 years old, come on now tell me I'm lying. You're not gonna get that credit. You only gonna get credit because of the name, bro. That's it. The older fighter gets, you get credit for the name and what his name holds, bro. They ain't giving you credit for it because you didn't beat him in his prime. The same thing they were talking about Bud and Spence. Don't wait till they age them out. Don't wait till they out of their prime to make the fight. It matters when you fight people. That's what we talked about with Kell Brook and Spence and Bud. Come on now. When you fought them, does matter.
It's the same.
Come on, dog.
It's the same thing.
This talking about you finna cook nothing, boy. I'm finna zip you up, boy.
It's the same thing with Bud Crawford and Porter. That's the same thing we say about Bud Crawford and Porter. Porter was not the same fighter that fought Earl Spence and fought Bud. They was not the same fighter. Even Porter said it himself. He said, I was not the same fighter when I fought Spence, when I fought Bud. He said it. So you ain't got to take my word. Take that man's word. He's the fighter.
This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say to that, and I'm gonna leave this argument alone because, as usual, D3 don't want to give nobody any credit, and that's what I'm gonna say. At the end of the day, this is what it boils down to. If you want to say that, we would never have underdogs. We would never have underdogs. Remember, Tank Davis was nothing more than Devin Haney's sparring partner, and he became the biggest nigga in the world. So it don't matter where you start, bro. It's about how you finish. I remember Deontay Wilder being the youngest guy with no real experience on that Olympic team, coming out there with a bronze medal. With the least experience on that team. I think Gary Russell's on that team as well. And he came out with a bronze medal.
What that have to do?
That don't got nothing to do. That don't got nothing to do with what we talking about.
They ain't got nothing to do with underdogs, bro. You could be 25 apiece, bro, and be the underdog. So what you talking about, BBO?
Sandor Martin do nothing after he beat Mikey Garcia. He hasn't done anything.
He fought Tio.
Bro, we can be both 27 years old and be about equal on talent. So whoever they feel like is gonna be the favorite, that's who's gonna be the favorite. And guess what? We still have underdogs, bro.
Well, guess what? Then that means that when Evander Holyfield beat George Foreman, it don't count because George Foreman was old. So what we
He don't get the same credit, bro. They put that on him for the namesake, bro.
He don't get the same credit that Muhammad
Yeah,
Ali did for beating George.
That was the
Foreman.
money. That was the money thing with Foreman.
Listen, and think about this.
Hold on,
George
BBO.
Foreman,
That was a money thing, though, BBO, with Foreman and Holyfield. That was a money grab, bro.
But keep in mind that George Foreman went on to beat Michael Moore for his title in the next fight.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand all of that. I understand all of that. But he don't get the same credit that Muhammad Ali gets for beating George Foreman. Those are two different George Foremans. They don't
Muhammad Ali beat him easy. I don't even know why that fight even comes up.
Listen what we're saying. Listen what he's saying. He gets credit for the name. He don't get the same credit. He don't get the same credit because they're not the same version of a fighter. They're two different versions of fighters. Foreman was coming off of retirement. That man was almost 50 years old when he fought.
That's not the. What did he do in his next fight? He won the championship.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He don't get the same credit. Those are two different.
We didn't say he didn't get none.
I said he gets the credit for beating him, but he don't get the same credit that Ali gets for beating him. Those are two different sides of fighters.
How?
Because they
are age, bro. Okay. Let me hit you up, BBO. Let me hit you up. If you play Michael Jordan one-on-one today, are you gonna get the same credit as Scottie Pippen playing one-on-one in the 85, 88, or 90? You're not, because they're like, man, that's an older version of Michael Jordan. So he ain't even in his prime no more. Come on, bro.
G5, let me ask you this: if you beat Michael Jordan in 5 right now, you're not gonna be screaming? Right now,
bro. I can start screaming, but I'm not even gonna hold the same.
He's not getting it.
Bro, can I finish my statement before you think you got one on me? Because I'm gonna body your ass again.
Pause. I don't got nothing on you. Pause. I don't got nothing on you, bro.
You're not getting it.
Bro, I said you trying to get one up on me, bro. Ain't no need for no pause. Man, you Ohio niggas on some weird ass shit. Y'all pause, bro. I'm a whole ass man, bro. Y'all get on. Pause. Nigga, I'm gonna play, bro.
Y'all
gotta stop all this, dog.
Hold on 1 second.
What I'd say is this, murder. It's us Ohio boys. You know how we get, you know how us Ohio niggas get down, nigga. Ohio nigga, double O. What's up, yo? Columbus, Akron, Cleveland, Springfield, Dayton, Youngstown. What's up, y'all? Cincinnati, too. I forget about you. You know I love y'all niggas. What I'd say.
What I think about bringing that cornball dude up here?
Come on, bro. Man, that's the only time you heard this man rep Ohio. Get out of here, BBO.
He's not getting it, BBO.
Get Cameron, Pepto-Bismol ass up out of here. Pink wearing ass, pink Tim wearing ass boy.
G5 would get credit for beating Michael Jordan, but they still want to say that was an old Michael Jordan.
If G5 cooked Michael Jordan right now, he gonna put that up on YouTube, bro.
He's gonna get
what? He's 50, bro. He's over 50 years old, bro.
Basketball though. He don't hoop for professionally nowhere. What you talking
bro,
about?
I'm not gonna get no credit for it. I'm like, well, it don't matter. You beat Michael Jordan one-on-one. He in his 50.
Now, Gabe, if you beat Jordan one-on-one, you definitely
get credit for it. They're gonna say he was old. You don't get credit, but they're gonna say,
no. Jordan not supposed to. He not supposed to lose, and nobody never played in the NBA, bro. I don't want to hear that.
So I'm just saying he's going to get credit for it, but they're going to say he was still old. It's not like it was Jordan that just retired. It's going to be a Jordan.
Be free. If you go and cook Michael Jordan at the Rutgers somewhere in front of everybody, you're going to get 1,000%.
I know people right now. I know people right now that play basketball every single day. I know people that will cook Michael Jordan right now. They will cook Michael Jordan right now because Michael Jordan is almost 60 years old. They're not going to get credit for it. Michael Jordan can't move around the fucking he used to.
So let me ask you this real quick. Hey, Prize, let me ask you this question real quick.
Like that.
Well, let me ask you this question.
So if you beat him, you're going to get 100% credit. That's what I say.
I know for a fact I won't beat Michael Jordan because I don't play
basketball. Y'all using a bad analogy.
Hey, but this is what I say. That's like not giving. The fact is this. Everybody talk about Canelo, right? You talk about Errol Spence. You talk about Bud Crawford. But there's nobody that on their record that got a better blend than Sugar Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto. These type of guys you know, Sergey Kovalev, these type of guys that Canelo beat. Tell me this, G5 and D3, why does Canelo get so much hate?
Because it's the time that he beat him. It's the same for anybody. It's the time that you beat him. It doesn't matter because all that is a name. It depends on the time you beat him. Because if you beat somebody in their prime, yeah, that holds weight. But you beat somebody at the end of their career, that don't hold no weight. Yeah, you got the name on your resume, but it doesn't hold no weight. It's at the end of their career.
Canelo, Canelo, like he getting that Floyd effect. You know what I'm saying? Because like when Floyd was out there beating everybody still, even though they wasn't in their primes, they was still throwing hit on Floyd. Same thing. Same for Canelo. Same thing for Canelo.
Like we wouldn't even care about the older fighters. You know what I'm saying? If you beat somebody older like that as much, it's the way he moves, y'all. You had people at 154 that's been trying to get you for years. They created the franchise belt because of you. You created a duck belt in the sport of boxing, and I'm supposed to give you credit as a face or something. And then they move it and they shift it and move it depending on which weight class you go to. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that was
that man can fight.
They literally made a build up for him.
Come on, bro.
When he got pissed off, Suleiman, and he came up with that belt quick, bro. Like, man, that was crazy, man.
And see, the thing is, I was.
And he can fight though. Canelo can fight. That's the killer part.
Yes,
he can fight.
That's what made me so mad about Canelo Alvarez. He can run,
bro.
Like,
he's smart too. Like I give him credit. He can punch. He's smart. He might not be the best boxer, but he got a decent ring. I got good ring IQ. He might have slowed down, but shoot, the average dude not gonna go in there and beat Canelo.
No,
right.
You're gonna have to beat somebody with some skills, bro.
Exactly.
Or else he gonna beat your ass.
He can just come on over there and walk. I always thought Canelo Alvarez had all the skills in the world, but it's just how he was moving that what made me tap out with Canelo, because I ain't like the moves he was making. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Yo, he surrendered his WBC belt to Triple G. When he did that, I was like, man, I don't know about this dude, man. My man loved Canelo, bro. And he did that, I was out for that. Go ahead, Cook, but I was out from that one, bro.
And see, the thing is, I was a Canelo fan, and I thought Canelo could beat everybody. And up until he fought Floyd, I thought he could beat everybody. I knew he couldn't beat Floyd. But when you don't fight the top guys in your division, and you move out the weight class, and then they follow you, and you still don't fight them, it makes me wonder, okay, can you beat those guys? Because you avoiding to fight him, so you must know something that we don't know. And like I said, I was a fan of Canelo, so for him to do that, I was like, no, I can't be a fan of you. You're not even trying to fight the top guys. I can't be a fan of yours.
Well, this is what I'll say. So basically, what you telling me, D3, and you my brother. So if Canelo had waves in the beard, you'll be right there with him.
No,
it's just that simple.
No,
that's what you telling me.
No, because
you know he beat Danny Jacobs, right?
I don't care.
BBO loves to do that. He loves to bring that narrative up about if Canelo had waves in the beard.
That's the difference between me and BBO. That's the difference between me and BBO. BBO looks at the names. I looked at the top guys in your division. If you're avoiding to fight those guys, there's a reason why you're avoiding them. There's a reason. So
why they gotta fight Canelo? Why can't they go fight? This is the thing.
No, I don't want to hear that from another Canelo fan ever again in life.
I'm not a Canelo fan.
Because everybody say that, and they say, "Oh, Canelo will beat him easy." So if it's so easy, won't you go get the easy money? I keep telling you,
other stuff to do. He got other stuff to do. He got other
stuff
to do.
What? To get paid and go fight Rocky Fielding and Anthony Yildirim? Get out of here, man. The man wasn't even ranked in the sanctioning body. His sparring partner get elevated over everybody and be the man, though. Are you serious, bro?
Let me say this.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna put like this. G5, you got a funny voice, so it's hard to beat you. You got a funny voice. But I'll tell you this, bro.
I got a funny voice.
This is what I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? That voice make people laugh. This is what I'm saying.
No, because that's his facts. Go Google that shit. Go look at Anthony Yildirim, his sparring partner, and getting elevated to the mandatory. Are you serious? In the WBC.
You remember Sergey Dermachenko, the one that
Gabe,
everybody
who was in the division at that time?
Let me finish this one. We all remember Sergey Dermachenko that everybody gave Jamal Trullo all this credit for. Danny Garcia beat him first. I mean, not Danny Jacobs beat him first. So
okay.
At the end of the day, what did Canelo go in there? He dominated Danny Jacobs.
So
Then he went in there and be the guy who was knocking everybody out, who ducked Andre Ward. I always say this about Triple G. Triple G ducked Andre Ward. I don't know why, but he ducked Andre Ward. And guess what? Canelo went and beat him. So, I mean, this is the thing we talk about. We don't give credit what credit's due. When it comes to these big-time fighters, man, we want everybody to move like Oscar. We don't want everybody to move like Floyd or your boy Tank. We want people to be like Oscar.
No,
Canelo.
because Oscar would have got in there with Jamel and Boo Boo and Demetrius Andre. Oscar would have got in there with him.
Oscar, he weird outside the ring, but the motherfucker was gonna fight. I gotta give him that fish net and go with a spatula. Hey, he weird outside, but that man's gonna he gonna fight, bro. He gonna fight. There's one thing about it.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna put it this way, BBO. I'm gonna put it this way. We doing this YouTube. If they say, okay, you do YouTube full time, we give you $50 million. You gonna say, nah, I'm gonna keep my daytime job and work hard? No, you're gonna do YouTube full time and get that $50 million. The same way they asked Oscar to fight Jamel Charlo for $50 million. He said, nah, I'm gonna go fight Bivol. Why he fight Bivol? Because he knew that he figured that was an easier fight.
No, he went to fight Bivol because that was him daring to be great and go up against a guy.
No, it wasn't.
Well, I want to say that.
He figured that was an easy fight. He figured that was an easy fight because y'all said he'll beat Jamal easy. So why not go get that $50 million, which was more money? Go get the $50 million and beat that man easy.
He ducked the fight and took less money, bro. Who
Can I ask y'all this? Did y'all not see Caleb Plant? Little Caleb Plant. Man. Go pretty much dominate David Benavidez.
It doesn't matter. That's not Canelo.
You know what Canelo would do to him?
Canelo don't fight.
But BBO
do to who? What Canelo would do to who?
He would be
to Benavidez. To Benavidez. He gonna beat the life out of him. Bro, time out. Flag on the motherfucking play.
You think
bro, Bill was not even a puncher like that, bro. And he was rocking that boy Bell. Guess what? Canelo want to rock and use upper body movement. Nigga wearing knee braces and shit. D-Wade knee braces in a boxing match. Get your ass up out here with them old ass knees. Nigga can't move around. What is he about to do, bro?
Hold on.
Come on.
So Canelo, he's a great fighter, no. But he's a great fighter, no. You know what I'm saying? Canelo, he's a great fighter, but at the same time, he do not do well with active fighters. And by that, I mean fighters who throw about 10 punch combinations. You know what I'm saying? Throwing combinations on combinations. But Canelo, he's a counter puncher. He wait until you throw be 1 and 2, and then he come back and throw something. If you throwing 5, 6 at once, he's not stopping you. And if you could do that from round 1 to 12, come on.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this, Bill. BBO. I'm gonna tell you this.
They call him Bill. Goddamn.
I will give you that argument if you can show me one fight where Canelo boxed around the ring. If you can't show me that fight,
in BBO's defense,
you can't use Caleb Plant if you can't show me that Canelo can box around the ring.
Hold on, D3. In BBO's defense, I think that he boxed excellently against Danny Jacobs. I thought he was moving. I thought he looked good.
I'm talking about boxing like Caleb Plant. If you can't show me where he's boxing like Caleb Plant, I can't give you Caleb Plant where he did the David Benavidez and say that's what Canelo going to do, because he ain't Caleb Plant. He don't box like that.
You're right, but it's the thing.
Box like that, but you said name a fight, and I was just naming a fight. That's all, brother.
He does. He didn't box like Caleb Plant.
Can I ask you a question? Have you guys ever heard of a guy named
He boxed really, really well.
Have you guys ever heard of a guy named Austin Trap? You ever heard
of course, I heard of Austin Trap.
Canelo beat him easy.
Oh my God.
Have you heard of Landy Lars, Lar? Y'all heard of Lar?
He did not beat that man. Don't even go there. He didn't beat Lara, bro. He got it on the card, but he didn't beat that man. Why you think he ain't fight another mover till he got to fucking Floyd and fucking Caleb Plant? Get up out of here. That man know he can't handle no mover. He can't move, bro.
That's why he won't fight.
He's a counter puncher that uses upper body movement. One of the best upper body movements. Waist up, and he cold with this shit. But guess what? Hold on, let me get this off. What happens?
If you move around the ring,
Caleb Plant Canelo could beat David Morrell too.
No, he won't beat Morrell. Morrell will kill him.
Okay, we agree. Hey, we agree on that, BBO, because I feel the same way.
I'm gonna let my man D Free go out there, but I'm gonna say this: David Morrell is special. If I was Canelo, stay away from him. The way he beat Harpoon from the Simpsons, bro, that dude's a monster. I don't know. Only person that probably can beat him is probably Beterbiev at 175 if he don't get too old. That dude is dangerous. Morrell is dangerous. Stay away from Morrell. But go ahead, D. For you saying something important.
No, I was saying you can't use Caleb Plant for Canelo. Those are two different type of boxers. One boxer moves around the ring, he jabs and moves around the ring. Another boxer just comes straight forward. Canelo do not have foot movement, and his movement is even worse now that he's gotten older. His upper body movement is not as much. His head movement is not as much. And so when you're dealing with somebody like a David Benavidez who's throwing 70 to 80 punches per round, he's not going to last. He probably gets stopped in that fight. That probably be the first fight that Canelo gets stopped if he don't get stopped by Charlo.
Well, I'll give you this. Charlo is probably going to stop Canelo. He's gonna stop Canelo, but go ahead. My bad.
I don't think he's gonna stop Canelo. I think Charlo's gonna box him, but I feel what D Free saying. I feel what you're saying though, bro, for sure.
This is a thing that y'all missing.
Hey,
I'm talking about
Bivol and Morrell would be dope too, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing
175. At 175 or 68.
Morrell would stop him. Morrell would stop him.
Yeah, I think Morrell will stop. Morrell will stop David Benavidez. I think it's
man, hold on. The only reason I say that because that man has been hit by bigger punchers, possibly. Joe Smith is a puncher. He put him on his ass and then got up and beat his ass the rest of the fight.
Oh, you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? So
you talking about Bivol? You talking about Bivol?
Yeah, I said Bivol and Morrell.
Bivol ain't fucking with Morrell though. He ain't fucking with
Morrell.
No, I didn't say he would, but I'm just saying it'll be a good fight. It'll be a test.
He'll give him a hell of a fight, but Morrell to stop him. I got Morrell stopping him in the late rounds.
And
Morrell have to show me that one. He had to show me that one. Like I'm just keeping it a buck because we ain't even seen the best Bivol yet. See what I'm saying?
You ain't see the best Morrell yet.
I know.
The best Morrell. Hold on.
I know.
G5, did you see how he beat that dude, Harpoon, man?
Dude.
I mean,
dog, I didn't say Bivol was gonna beat him. Job prize. What did I say? I said it'll be a good fight. That's all I said. I didn't say he was gonna beat him. Like words are important, my people. Words are important. Like if we gonna count, if y'all gonna try to counter what I'm saying, make sure y'all countering the right shit. Cause y'all niggas shit went right over my head. I missed that shit. What y'all talking about?
I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna tell you this. When you talking about a guy like Morrell, man, Morrell is everything we thought Jamal Charlo would be. Big guy, pause, strong, long pause. Just a really good fighter, man. And on top of that, the ring IQ. I mean, I've never seen a guy beating the life out of somebody saying, ref, get him before I kill him. It was just like, it looked like Melvin when he was talking to Jody, like, deal with him before I get him. I mean, he was beating the life out of dude, telling the ref, come on, I'm done beating him up. And the ref said, finish it. So
I still think that Morrell is too green to get there with Bivol, bro.
Man, I'm just saying.
Look
what he did. Watch Canelo. Ain't nobody watched Canelo like this since Floyd. Easy work.
He watched him. It was 7-5.
Easy work.
Whoa. Easy work, bro. Canelo was a snack to that boy. Canelo was lost in that motherfucker. We need to pull up the clips. This man doing the same shit he do every fight. Get against the ropes and weave. Guess what did Bivol do? He threw multiple punches, switched up the jab, 3 of them, 2 of them, 1. When that man body come back forward, he got caught 2 times back on the ropes. He couldn't do shit. He couldn't go nowhere.
You can't give Canelo the excuse of 175. For one, he already fought there and became a champion at 175. And for 2,
and dropped the belt.
For 2, Bivol said, "I come to 68 and beat your ass for your belt." And he didn't.
That was crazy. Yeah,
he didn't want the deal. He priced himself out. He didn't want the deal.
No, he didn't.
He just got his ass wide, BBO. Come on, bro.
He didn't price himself out. What he said was, "You're not going to give me the same deal that we had at 175." He didn't price himself out because Canelo wanted the same deal. He said, "You're not going to give me that same deal because I beat you. You're not going to give me the same deal. You're the A side, but you're not giving me that same deal."
Salute to my man Edgar from Jersey, man.
He priced himself out of that Bivol rematch. He did because he know what it is, and he wanted to be, compensated for it. He wanted to get paid and he's gonna go in there and get beat up again because he's just not skilled enough. And I was wrong. And that's what I said. That's what I said. Canelo priced himself out because he didn't want to get in there because I was wrong about Dimitri Bivol. Like I didn't know how
what you
really
said about
skilled he was. Yeah, I was wrong about him. I ain't afraid to admit that. I was wrong about him. Now he improved himself to me, and I rock with Bivol. Like I didn't know he was like I knew of him, but I didn't know he was like that.
Hey, then he told y'all it wasn't a fluke. Everybody was hyping Zerto up. He got his ass 12-0 too. Tell me final round that Zerto won. And final round that Canelo won. That's 24-0 in 2 damn fights against hyped up ass fighters that got a name that people been trying to put up. They wanted Zerto to fight Canelo. He killed Canelo and then killed Zerto.
And
come on, bro.
Let me know that Dimitri Bivol is a real deal. Like
I'm telling you,
he did to Canelo, but when he beat Zerto up like that, undefeated, they piped them all up. I was like, yo, all right, I'm cool. I'm rocking with Bivol too. Like
that man made Zerto not want to punch, and he throw a lot of punches. He's a pressure fighter. That man didn't even want to let his mitts go. Come on now.
D3, let me ask you a question. And this is an important subject, man. Why was Errol Spence scared to take his hands out of his pocket versus Crawford? Why was that?
Why did he what?
Here we go.
Why was he scared to take his hands out of his pocket versus Crawford? Why was he scared to throw against Crawford?
I don't know if I saw him throwing punches. I ain't gonna say he was scared.
No, I'm talking about after he went down 2 times. How come he kept his hands in his pocket after that?
He did keep his hand in his pocket. He swung.
He was
just wouldn't land.
He was still throwing shots. He just
didn't land.
Yeah, they wasn't having an effect at that point in time. They wasn't having an effect, so he was protecting himself because shots was coming back. So you gotta protect yourself.
No. But Crawford just made it to a point where he made Earl Spence stink, but too much nigga before he threw a punch. You know what I'm saying? Because every time Earl threw a punch, Crawford came back with something. He had a short jab.
Something mean.
You know what Bud did that a lot of people don't do is you don't let Earl Spence get in rhythm. Bud never let him get in rhythm. Right. Earl is a rhythm fighter.
And he kept
soon when he couldn't get in rhythm, Bud made sure he couldn't get started. And that's an excellent game plan from them. Mm-hmm. And Derrick James and Earl Smith did a discredit to themselves. They said they hardly watch film. Bonehead move. I'm a Dallas, Texas native. Fucked up ass move. That's just talk. You do not watch film on a person that is your toughest fighter or 1A, 1B in your division. You watch film on every opponent, bro. I've been watching for a long time. Who gives a fuck if you've been seeing him fight? You need to know what he's doing right now because he watching film on you and he knew everything he was gonna do.
Yeah. Let me say this real quick. Let me say this. A1, man. We get what you're doing. You trolling. You don't got the nuts to step to me and no debate.
Who is A1?
Let's not talk like you can step to me and no debate. Hold on. If you talk about Skip Bayless, you talking about Stephen A. Smith, Bo Mack, them is all champions. I don't know what you're talking about. If you talking about Earl Spence, Cool Boy Steph, all those people he named.
Skip Bayless wasn't no goddamn champion.
I'm talking about these are big time guys you talking about. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you see how deep free man? You see how deep
that man like 0.2 points a game.
Hey, you know, you gotta watch D3, man. This is what I gotta put for D3.
Fuck Fred, fuck Howard, and fuck all of them.
Why you want to?
What about Robin? She's hot, right?
Robin?
Yeah.
Who cares about that bitch?
Goddamn.
Whatever my brother D3 get talking crazy, man, or I put this on his page.
Who's going at D3, man?
Skip Bayless be up here talking a lot.
Go ahead,
you ain't shit for that. You ain't shit for that.
Shout out to G5 Gay.
You ain't shit for that, bro.
Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to G5.
All I heard was
G5 Gay be cooking.
That's all I heard. I'm like, goddamn.
That's what happened.
That nigga BBO, aka Skip Bayless, be up this joint tripping sometimes. I'm telling y'all, that's his true AKA name because that man be hating on all the black fighters.
Oh yeah. No.
Hey, look,
my
BBO,
favorite fighter.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that statement. Yeah. But BBO, you do be a little sus, but I disagree with that statement.
I'll tell you this. I like guys that come to fight. I don't like these boring you know, can't punch through a paper bag type of fighters. I just don't like that. If y'all like that, cool, man. I mean, I like people like Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather. Don't be keeping naming, man. You know,
but you told me Floyd got brittle hands.
No, I like Floyd when he was baby Floyd, pretty boy.
Pretty
not
boy.
grandpa. Not grandpa.
You know they one and the same, right? You know they one and the same.
No, they not. No, they not. People don't realize this is the thing you gotta remember about Floyd. I'm gonna tell you this is some of the greatness of Floyd. Floyd was so good, he beat everybody with one hand at 147. Floyd was never the same. His hands were brittle from the accurate punching. I mean, Floyd was not even a tenth of what he was at 135.
That's what I said. He's one and the same. I'm gonna tell you what the difference was. When he got to 147, he got smarter. That was the difference. He used his ring IQ when he got to 147.
And protect the hands.
When he was down at 135, he was an animal. He went in there for the kill.
What the fuck you say?
He was letting his hands fly.
When he got to 147, he used his ring IQ and got smarter.
He even tell you, I'm not. My hands kept hurting my hands and fracturing my hands. I'm not gonna keep hurting my hands. So I got smart. I just started out boxing people. Shit, they couldn't hit me.
He made a lot of business decisions too, bro. You know what I mean? Floyd was really his ring IQ. You probably won't see that again for a long time. His ring IQ.
Hey Josh, that was crazy what you just said, bro. I'm not gonna repeat what you just said in the chat, bro. Pause. That was crazy what you just said in the chat, bro. It was just, bro.
What the fuck?
Whoa. Please clean up your language, man. Please clean up your language, man. Please, man.
I got to hit my blunt on that one. Yeah, I'm gonna hit it for all y'all on the panel. Goddamn, boy.
Whoa. Hey,
all right, we're not gonna go at
now.
we're not gonna go at our hold on. We're not gonna go at our subscribers. Y'all know what he meant. Y'all,
I don't know what he meant. All I seen was this.
Y'all boys crazy, man. Y'all boys crazy, man.
What
you can't say nothing. Hey, shout out to the homie Josh. You can't say nothing, bro. You know what I mean, bro? You can't say nothing no more.
Josh already know. He been here since day one. He already know.
Come in the comments and say he got a strong nigga.
Josh already know. He been here since day one. He know how BBO.
Like, y'all know what he meant. Why y'all gotta do that?
He said he gonna Caleb smack the hell out.
He said,
"Goddamn."
Hold on. The homie Brian said the brother got a turtleneck. Yeah, that was crazy. That was a good one.
Hey, BC, you already know. Don't stop.
BC, if you get in here talking crazy, man, you already know BBO like the roast, bro. So I seen you, man. I seen you walking with that funny look to you, man, with the crazy bob. I don't think you want to get with me, bro.
Y'all know I'm multi-talented and multi-faceted. If you ain't roasting like that, don't even come for me, because I'm gonna hurt your fucking feelings. I'm gonna put your ass up out of there, boy.
That nigga BC talking to you, BBO. He said, "I know what."
Hey, you a good cook, brother. You a good cook, because I know you got that bad eye, man. You a good cook. You that little googly eye of yours, man. You a good cook, brother. Please don't. But let me ask back to box. Let me ask you guys this: is Arthur Beterbiev underappreciated?
I wouldn't say he's underappreciated. I would say he's unfortunate. He's unfortunate that he started boxing too late, and he's in a weight class where there's not a lot of talent, and he has the WBC belt, and Mauricio is not trying to let him become undisputed. I wouldn't say he's underappreciated. I would just say he's unfortunate.
What they say about him?
Russia didn't want them to fight because they didn't want they had a discrepancy. See, they both Russian, so they wanted to fight for undisputed in Russia, but they got the Russia and Ukraine beef going. So that's not a smart business move, even though it would be dope for y'all to fight for undisputed in y'all home country. So that was one of their main reasons. They wanted to do it at home. So from that point, he's like, fuck it. If y'all don't want to do it where he wanted, shit, it ain't gonna happen.
And Gabe, the impression that I got was that Mauricio wasn't letting Bivol fight for the belt. I didn't know none of that information you just spit. That's new to me. I didn't know that, but from what I got was that Mauricio Suleiman was just saying Bivol can't compete for the title. That's what I got.
That's what I heard too. But I mean,
and I didn't understand that, and I just didn't understand that. That's kind of racist in a way. Like, I mean, that man's competing in the sport of boxing. He not over there doing nothing. But Lomachenko can go and come back and fight for Undisputed. So why can't Bivol? I'm confused. I mean. Am I thinking wrong? Y'all brothers let me know. I mean, I don't know.
No, it's just messed up, and it's kind of doing Beterbiev the same way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like he even said it's basically too dangerous for them to want to fight and schedule them to fight. I'm not letting no Russian fighters fight for this belt right now.
Fight in Vegas or
but what you just said,
major cities where the Russians go pull up. You know what I'm saying? Like New York, they'll pull up. They're gonna pull up for that.
Yeah. The funny part is, nigga, Usyk and Loma are from the Ukraine. They came back, and still can hold on to their belts and go fight for belts with no problem.
Yeah.
See, but you don't. But you know what they problem is? They like, well, they want to fight over here. They don't want to fight in their country.
See,
because they want a hometown fight.
They want the money.
My whole thing is, if Mauricio has such a big problem about them fighting for the WBC belt, for Undisputed and all that, why do you still have Beterbiev as the WBC champion? Why not just?
Well, it was more so to, like I said, D-Free, with the impression that I got was that Bivol wasn't a. Who got the WBC? Bivol or who? No, what did Beterbiev got?
Bivol got it. I mean, Beterbiev got it. Beterbiev got it. Beterbiev
got the WBC, right?
Yeah, Beterbiev got the WBC.
So the impression that I got was that Dimitri Bivol couldn't compete for that. Like Mauricio wasn't going to sanction Bivol.
Like, I ain't letting you fight. You beat Canelo ass. Fuck that.
Right. So so what it looked like to me was they was trying to like freeze the kid out because, you know, Bivol, I think that he was going to go and beat that big puncher. I think the big puncher wouldn't be able to touch him. And, you know, Mauricio, like the homie Gabe said, was salty from that ass beating that he gave Canelo and Zurdo, that he wasn't letting Bivol compete for the belt. So that's the impression that I got from the whole situation.
That's the main reason, because he didn't want him. He beat up on his godson, and he didn't want him.
And the red-headed stepchild, Zurdo.
Hey, can I say this, man? That's the thing you got to remember. When you talk about the WBC, that's one of the best belts that ever was, and I'm gonna tell you why. That was Muhammad Ali's belt. And if you guys remember the great Jose Suleiman, God rest his soul, him and Don King were tight.
A good manager. He was good.
Yeah, and the funny thing about Jose Suleiman, they try to say Jose Suleiman did whatever Don King said. Just like a lot of people don't know that Adrian Broner is the civil champion at 140. Any belt that favors us, it's a problem. So that's the hard thing to get on with the WBC, because they actually favor Black American fighters. They actually do. When you talk about us as champions, they don't. When you put on all the stuff at the end, you put on the WBC shirt, and a lot of great Black fighters have put that shirt on. But it's gonna go into my next point. Do you guys really see? If you don't know if you know this, but Manny Pacquiao says he's gonna get behind Monster Inoue. So does this mean Monster Inoue is gonna be able to get to 135 and fight Tank? Because they are technically the same physical size. I'll let the whole panel go on that. How far can
I don't know
Monster Inoue go?
I don't know.
Look. You heard what Floyd said on Fight Hype. He said that, but they willing to do it.
Go ahead, Ja.
You went out. Your mic went out.
His phone. Yeah, my brother on Obama phone. My bad.
Goddamn. You ain't shit, boy. This nigga ain't shit. He went to the lowest budget phone too, the free government official phone.
Here come BBO to stomp you out on the
No. He don't stomp you. He run and field goal, kick your ass in the head, and just keep walking. He gonna put your ass give your ass a concussion.
Like you hurt. What was you saying, John? What was you saying, cuz?
No, I was just saying that, you know what I'm saying? Floyd was talking about catch weight with him anyway, and it's like, hey, Tank stopping him.
I mean that's all good and dandy, but is Inoue going to move up? because, as far as I know,
If they
anyway,
throw with them dollar bills at him, he gonna move up.
I think that
Hey.
Inoue will move up, and I think that he's a savage, and I think that he absolutely will fight Gervonta.
and I was
And
Man,
look,
this
that fight,
this my
look,
only problem.
if Tank was to win that fight, he will be number 2 pound for pound. He
Nah,
will
they-
be number 2 pound for pound.
Some people gonna give Tank credit for it,
they ain't gonna get
but
no
a lot of people not, bro. Because the man started off at 108. He ain't even fought at 126 yet. So you gonna skip a couple.
He ain't getting no credit for it.
The fact that he started off so little, they gonna bring that shit up all the time. You was supposed to beat him. He came from 108.
You saw what they did with
Even though he
Leo
good.
You saw what happened with Leo Santa Cruz. They ain't gonna give him no credit. He beat Monster in a way. They ain't gonna give him no credit whatsoever. He said, "You
Hold
look
on,
like
hold on,
Sugar
hold
Bear."
Hey,
God damn.
hey, is this the same? Is this the same Brian look like Jangalang? Is this the same one? Running back looking dude with the light skinned neck, with the dark face and light skinned neck. Is that the same dude talking crazy? But this is what I'll say to that. Hey, and salute to my man John on Obama phone all the way from New York. This is the thing you gotta remember. When we talking about big time boxing, man, I'm telling you, we talking about big time boxing. It usually the money won't stop. Inoue went in there and showed, and I got to give partner to my brother D Free because he said it best. I didn't expect him. I mean, he really beat the brakes off Cool Boy Steph. Yeah. I mean, he beat him, and it was almost like, what are you doing in the ring with him? I mean, that was really comparable to the Terrence Crawford EJ beatdown. I'm telling you, man, I think he might get up there and stop Tank. I mean, because he looks strong. He looks strong.
No.
Only person that would give him a hard time is probably Brandon Figueroa, in my opinion.
No. Because he beat Cool Boy does not mean he's gonna get up there and stop Tank. Because Cool Boy ain't beating no fucking Tank.
You just told me how Cool Boy beat everybody except the dudes that lost MJ
at his weight class. At his weight class, not at Tank's weight class. He ain't beating no fucking Tank. None of those dudes that Cool Boy beat is beating fucking Tank. None of them.
Hey,
he ain't beating no fucking
if Nonito Donaire broke fucking Monster orbital bone, Tank is putting this nigga 10 feet in the ground when that shit connect. I'm sorry, bruh.
I think Tank is better than Donaire? Tank is better than Donaire now?
Hell yeah.
I'm asking you.
Hell yeah.
Been better than
I'm just saying, bro. They cracked his face at 118. That was a 118 fighter.
I think that Gervonta Davis is better than Nonito Donaire, respectfully, because Nonito got and shout out to him and his wife too.
The question is, say they fight at 130.
Nonito,
say he don't come to 35. Say they go down to 30. Tank drop 5. Is Monster Power gonna carry that many weight divisions up? Like a couple, 1 or 2, okay, but now you going like, bruh. I don't know.
It carried up a 3, but that's the thing you got to remember. Before you speak bad on Donaire, remember Donaire's gonna walk right into the Hall of Fame, D Free.
Yeah,
he's gonna walk right into the Hall of Fame.
I'm not
absolutely.
Saying you asked me, is Tank better than Donaire? I said yeah. If Donaire,
that's all I'm saying.
Nonito,
and that's why I said respectfully. That's why I said
that's our guy.
You know? Right.
Donaire, they fuck with the TWT fam heavy. Those our people. But hey, we just keep it in the book.
Shout out to Nonito and his wife. You know, I rock.
Oh yeah, that man a walking Hall of Famer, bro.
I rock.
He did the damn thing.
So the answer what Case the Voice said, you said Tank is the man for 140. I'll put it like this: I haven't heard Tank say T.O.'s name yet, and that's the thing. And if he got any type of anything, he got to see T.O.
You haven't heard Tank bring up nobody name.
He brought up Ryan Garcia.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
They asked him on the Breakfast Club, "Who you want your next fight to be?"
I'm talking about.
I wanted to be Ryan Garcia.
I'm talking about right now.
BBO, put A1 comment on the screen.
I'm talking about right now. You haven't heard Tank.
Just go. Just read. You gonna be like, oh yeah.
Oh. This is the same dude, A1, who wearing airwalks to play basketball in, bro. I ain't tripping on no cat who wears shacks and airwalks talking about he know basketball, man.
Man, I ain't heard no airwalks in a long ass time with that little triangle logo.
Yeah, he got the little airwalks on, and he had a starter jacket on in 2023. So, I give it to you, man. You still wear Brute cologne. You do a lot of stuff we used to do, man. You got
not the green bottle, man.
Since Tank
with the black label.
Since knocked out Ryan Garcia, he hasn't brought up nobody's name. So you saying you haven't heard him say Tio's name? He hasn't brought up nobody's name. Tank's been chilling.
Well, the funny thing about A1, man, me talking about how bad you walk, it's like you talking about my weight. You can barely walk, man. Like I seen you got that crazy bob, man. But let me ask you this though, G5. When we talking about great fighters, man. You think Robeisy would give any a good fight? What you think, D3? What y'all think about that?
That's the fight right there. That's the fight. That's the fight.
That's what I want to see.
That's the fight Inoue need to be worried about. He need to be worried about Robeisy because Robeisy got power. Now, not saying that Inoue can't beat Robeisy because at times Robeisy is careless. Not saying that Inoue can't beat him, but Robeisy, he's going to come in there to fight. That's the fight that Inoue need to be trying to make. He need to be worried about that fight. Not worried about no Tank Day. I understand you want to try to get the money and get the fame, but you got unfinished business at 122. I could have sworn he said he wanted to be undisputed and be a 2-time undisputed champion.
He gonna do that next fight. They got that fight set for January, I believe.
Yeah, he gonna be done. He gonna get both of them belts. They ain't fucking with that boy.
Well, let me ask you this: will Tank come to Japan? Will Tank have the heart to come to Japan? That's a quick question.
That's not happening.
He's not gonna do it because he's the A side. But
he's not doing over Inoue.
Tank everybody 140 and down. He's the A side. Everybody 140 and down. He's the A side. There's nobody making more money than Tank Davis. Matter of fact, technically,
I think Devin Haney just made $9 million.
Technically, 147 and down. He's the A side.
No, you just seen two fighters make $30 million each.
I just seen one fighter make $50 million. That man did $1.2 million. $2 million pay-per-view. They did 700,000.
Yeah, he did 50. You're right. He did get played 50. My bad.
And that's a disgrace, by the way.
Correction.
That Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence only did 700.
You saw what Tank told Carabosa. I'm not going to no fucking Australia. I'll fight you, but you drop those belts, and I beat your ass over here. I'm not going to Australia.
Yeah.
Hey,
but see, hey, Inoue fight him over here.
IBO now. He got that
you know why? He know he gonna get paid to fight Tank. Yeah, he gonna get paid. He gonna get paid beautifully. So he'll try to fight him.
He made $6 million. He made $6 million versus Cool Boy. That's a big payday.
That's American money. What you think it is in Japan? That's at $6 million in American dollars.
That's less than Japan.
In Japan, that boy probably made.
That's more in Japan. That's more.
Yeah, it's more. He probably
that's probably like $20-30 million in Japan.
Oh, you think it's that much more? It could be. Yeah. I don't know. But this is the thing. This is the thing
Hello.
about it. So
what they got over there? Yen?
Something like that.
Yeah, in Japan.
Let's find out.
Ain't that number one now though?
I thought it was still the euro. I could be wrong. I thought it was still the euro.
No, euros in the UK. I think they using yen or some shit over there.
No, I think the euro is number one currency. I think it is. I don't know.
No.
Because the UK use pounds. They use pounds. The European Union use the euros. But this is the thing about it, man. When we talking about Inoue, and we talking about, I would say for me, I one of the people I give on the underrated list, I got my man Beterbiev, Monster Inoue, Jaron Ennis. I think these guys have been denied over and over and over again a chance at greatness, bro, because I don't know what to say more than why is Terrence not fighting Boots next? He deserves a shot.
Because you know why? Because Terrence can do whatever he wants now.
No, he can't.
I don't want to hear about. Yes, he can.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can.
No, I'm gonna put it like this.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. And I'm hold on.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
Even let me get started though.
No, because you said he could do whatever he can, and I'm about to stop you right there.
Number one.
I'm about to stop you right there. No champion can do whatever they want to. You're a champion. You fight who you supposed to fight. No champion can do whatever they want to. I don't care who you are. None of
That's
them.
a fact. That's a fact.
None of them.
Oh my, oh Lord Jesus. Ooh.
I told you
Yeah,
like
what he want, he can do what he want.
20-30 million.
Canelo can do. Canelo don't need no
He
belt.
can't.
Canelo can do what he
He
wants.
How
can't.
much is it,
No,
His
D5?
He
parents
can't.
died.
no. Oh
He
my
can't.
God, Lord Jesus. I got
He
to
can't do
light
it.
my blunt back up. Oh
It's
my
it.
God, it didn't turn my.
He can't.
Ooh.
Canelo can't do what he wants.
Hold on.
It's fans like you that allow him to do what he wants. No, he can't.
I'm
I
not a
don't
fan of
go for that
Canelo.
shit.
Not a fan of Canelo.
Dog.
Let's just start there.
Bro,
No.
$6
I don't
million
go.
to converted to Japanese yen, my nigga. I'm not even gonna tell you. Let me switch my camera around. God damn. Oh my God. Ooh.
That nigga,
This.
that nigga's he damn near a billionaire in Japan.
Oh shit, nigga. Lord,
You
dog.
crazy, bro.
I'm
Nah, nigga. No, hey, no bullshit. No bullshit.
he damn near a
Dog.
billion.
This nigga, he'll definitely fight Tank. Let him make 20 or 30 million. Oh God. This nigga, man. Say. Switch the camera. Here we go.
Told you, damn near a billionaire. I told you, he damn near a billionaire.
Wow.
I told you.
Just for $6 million? Wow.
No, 868
168 million.
No, I was saying for him making $6 million our money. That's
Yeah,
what I was
off of
saying.
6 million.
Yeah.
That's 800.
Y'all can see it. $6 million United dollars equals.
Jeez, almost.
God.
Damn near.
God damn. Lord, I done dropped the phone. This nigga is stupid.
Hey, you know the funny thing. Salute to my brother Skywalker. This is the funny thing. I think my brother Marky Dan said it best. Do you guys think Inoue is a Japanese Sugar Ray Leonard, or that's too much praise? What you think, D3? And you a big Sugar Ray Leonard fan, so you could tell us that better than anybody.
I wouldn't say Sugar Ray Leonard. I would say he more of a Japanese. I'm trying to think what style he has closer to. It's not Sugar Ray Leonard. He has.
But he's like a Japanese Manny Pacquiao because you see how with the Philippines.
Not even Manny Pacquiao.
Nah.
Not even Manny Pacquiao. Not even Manny, because of the style of fighting he fight. He boxes. He boxes more than Manny Pacquiao box. Manny Pacquiao, he just jumps in and he moves around. He don't really box. Manny Pacquiao don't really box. He's more of a like he does like these feints or whatever. It's not really boxing. Like when I think of boxing, I think of people like Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, Devin Haney. Those are boxers. Manny Pacquiao is not really. I mean, we call it boxing, but it's real. It's a lower version of Tyson Fury. It's like a little step. He's just smaller, so he's quicker. It's like a lower version of Tyson Fury. That's what Manny Pacquiao does.
No, but still, Manny's a boxer because he's in and out. He just boxes at a fast pace, but he's a good boxer.
He does the same thing that Tyson Fury does. It's just Tyson Fury is big. He's a heavyweight, so you don't see it as.
But how can you be compared by Tyson
crazy.
Fury and Manny Pacquiao?
That was crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yo, that was crazy.
That's crazy.
He said that boy Tyson Fury is big.
You watch how Tyson Fury fights. He jumps in and out. But he's a heavyweight. He's 6'9". He weighs 300 pounds, so it doesn't look the same as Manny Pacquiao because Manny Pacquiao is 147 pounds. He's 5'5", so it looks a little different. It's just like me with a pair of Jordans on. I wear 8.5, and then you see somebody like BBO with the same pair of Jordans is going to look different because his shoe size is bigger. But it's the same fucking shoe. It just looks different because it's bigger. But that's what I'm saying. But he's more of I want to say I would say he's more of far as boxing style, not the ability, just the style of boxing. He's more of a Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather. The boxing style, not the ability. Floyd got way more ability than Inoue, but the style that he uses is more like Floyd's with the way he boxes.
That's a good comparison, but
I think it's a terrible comparison.
You don't think
Yeah, but I don't agree with that.
I'm talking about Pretty Boy Floyd, and I ain't talking about the later Floyd. I'm talking about Pretty Boy Floyd. If you go
Pretty Boy Floyd.
Pretty Boy Floyd, he fight the similar style as Inoue did. It just he
He
fought
was
the
a
similar
featherweight.
style.
I see what you're talking about.
He
Yeah, as a
fought
featherweight. Yeah,
the similar
featherweight
style
Floyd.
that
That makes
Inoue
sense.
fought. He doesn't. He just had more ability than Inoue has. He has more ability.
Nah, I
you
still
know
think
who
that's a terrible
he
analogy. I'm not going to agree with
in
that.
a way kind of looked like slightly like a version of a 135 Shane Mosley. He fast, he quick, he can box, he can knock you out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You don't know where, just like when he fought Floyd, like Floyd didn't know where that right was coming from. Bow, like damn. Like I didn't see that bitch. Like I'm good on defense, but I didn't see that motherfucker. And it hurt. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think he mixed his Japanese and American style together. He done found his mesh and that shit working.
Yeah,
So
he not like no Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard, that's a whole different style.
Well,
I said Shane.
I'm talking about
I
the
said
punches
Shane
and
Mosley.
punches. No, he talking about what I said earlier. This what
Oh,
I
okay.
asked. This what I asked you, Job. As a young fighter, let me ask you this: how important are your fundamentals coming up in the ranks, man? Is that something that they really push on in the younger ranks now?
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying, but your fundamentals, bro, is your base. But if you don't got with no base, you know what I'm saying, you just driving off talent. And look, but talent gonna get you only but so far. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And the reason I say that is because I don't
That's
think
bar.
Roy
That's
had.
over the head bars right there. By the way,
I don't think.
y'all say that again real quick, John. That's bars.
Yeah.
Oh
Say
no,
that
but I
again.
just said that for me, Flo, be your fundamentals, but it's your base, you know what I'm saying? Because but if you don't got your fundamentals, you don't got no base, and then now we just going off talent and talent, like that going to take you but so far. You know what I mean? That
Bars.
really gonna take, yeah.
Well, see, I don't believe that. I'm gonna tell you why I don't believe that because I seen Roy Jones and I seen.
Roy had skills though.
No.
No,
Roy
listen,
had God
listen,
gifted ability.
listen.
God gifted.
Listen.
Hold on, go ahead.
Roy set up his knockouts. Anytime Roy would lead with his right hand, he came back with his left hook. Anytime he jabbed, he would flicker the jab or to throw his right hand. All that is skills. You know what I'm saying? He was always fundamentally sound, so he knew that, but he didn't have to do any of that because he's fundamentally sound already. He just was talented, right?
No, I'm gonna say
Roy Jones
Roy
was
fundamentals
God-gifted.
wasn't up to par like that. Roy fundamentals wasn't up to par like that. And I was a huge Roy Jones fan. I don't think there's a Roy Jones fan that was a bigger fan than I was. I don't think there was a Roy Jones fan that was a bigger fan than I was. His fundamentals was not up to par, and we saw that once his athleticism left. He didn't have the fundamentals like that. That's why he said it only can take you but so far, because once that athleticism leave, if you don't have the fundamentals, you shit up shit creek. Look, that's how we look at Floyd. Floyd athleticism left, but he had the fundamentals. That's what made Floyd so great, because his fundamentals was his base, and he had that to fall back onto when his athleticism left. When he got older,
I just think that Floyd was God gifted.
I mean, you can say it was God gifted. That's the ability. That's not your fundamentals. Your fundamentals is what taught to you. You taught your fundamentals. Your ability is what's God gifted. So Floyd had the fundamentals. That's what he was able to fall back to, because he was taught that at an early age, and he knew that the fundamentals was something that he was going to need as he goes further in his career, and as the years go past. The fundamentals is what you're going to need, because if you don't have that, that's where you see a lot of these great fighters get beat in their later years because they don't have that fundamental base.
Well, this is the thing I'll say to that, and the reason I asked Ja, because he's still coming up in the amateurs. Ja, let me ask you this: how good is that guy, Richard Hitchison? How good is he, man? Because I seen him box the other day with I don't know if you guys seen that clip with him and Floyd. You see that D3 with him and Tank and Floyd?
Yep.
I mean, he looks special, brother. But tell us about him. Tell us about him, John.
Africa, but he just was special talent because he is very good defensively sound, but he's real accurate, he's sharp, he don't waste punches, he don't waste movement, and he's hungry, you know what I'm saying? He about to drop his next opponent, next for a few days, because you gave him a fight. So he's special, man. But Africa, he's special, man. But he a dog.
Yeah, I agree with Josh. It's just a matter of time before we kick the door in.
He might stop
Not
Devin
every
Haney. I'm
time.
gonna tell y'all that early. He gonna stop Devin Haney, man.
I don't want to go that far, but you know, the kid is definitely gonna kick the door in when it's gonna be his turn. He's that good, bro. He's
Yeah.
real good, bro. He's that good.
Hey, and another thing I'll ask you.
I see something he can exploit on Devin. I like Devin, but Devin got a bad habit, and I've been saying this shit. I don't like it because when you get this is somebody that's about as equally as talented and as equally as skilled,
Mm-hmm.
it might put you in danger. Even my man EJ, he got something I've been looking at that it was gonna take a person that can counter and was quick. Look at the clips. Every time EJ throw his left, he wind up and he wide open.
Yeah.
Left shot to the body, he wide open. And Bud knew it every time he threw a left. That when the counter came, that's when I knew. I knew it was over in the first round. I said, "Oh shit, this nigga studying." Oh God, me and Quee had a fight party. I can't say the shit out loud, but you know how you know something, you see it, but you just think it in your head and keep it to yourself. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
Yeah.
oh well, because I seen it. I said, "Oh
Well,
Lord."
but the thing about that, what you seen, Gabe, you seen that a long time ago, though. And I
Yeah.
did too.
I was
But I
like,
just thought that somehow he could do it again. But I knew deep down, that's why I always stay neutral with Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence, because I like both the brothers. And I might have been a little bit harder in the past on Terrence Crawford with some of the moves that he made. You know, I might have been a little harder on him than I was Earl Spence. But I kind of knew that was going to happen, bro. Deep down in my soul, I kind of knew that was going to happen, but I never said it because I like both the brothers. I love Terrence Crawford. He's a family man. You know, he got his wifey, his same wifey, and his kids. And Earl got his girl and his wifey and his kids. And I just like both the brothers, but Terrence Crawford is special, man.
You
And I don't see him
I,
getting whooped. I don't see him
I said,
getting whooped
I
no
don't.
time soon.
I don't
Period.
think that was the best version of Earl Spence because I never seen him look like
Mhm.
Because he
I
made
was
him look
concerned.
bad. I got over that part,
No,
Gabe. I
no,
was saying
no,
that too.
no,
Couple
not
days I was
not
like,
even
that's not
that.
Earl.
N-
That's not this. That's not
No, no,
Earl. I
no,
said the
prize.
same thing,
Not
Gabe.
no, not let me get it
Go
out.
ahead.
You
Go
might not
ahead.
be
Go
saying the
ahead.
same thing. Like you answered it for me before I can even finish. All I'm saying is just beginning before he's just looking, he just looked just out of there. But I'm like, hey, he even said like, hey, when I get in the ring, I usually just take there, I get in there and I go. I just couldn't kick in. I'm looking at him from the jump like this nigga look like he just drained his dry, but he not gonna back out or pull out no fight of this magnitude. You didn't talk your shit. It don't matter where you at. You gonna have to get in there and fight this man. After all that and all the back and forth, and I get credit to Bud. I'm like, but EJ, you don't look right, but walking into the ring and getting in, you just look like your balance was already off. But I'm like, hey, you in
Hey,
the
I
ring,
felt the same way.
you got your ass whooped, and
You know
hey,
what?
Right.
You know what
the
EJ's
Bud
dad
No,
told me to
said.
listen.
beat
You
your
know
Hey,
what
ass.
EJ's dad said.
Wake
let me
up, nigga. We gotta get this money.
EJ's dad said. Go ahead.
let me respond to the homie Gabe. Like
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you. I felt like that. Like the first couple days, maybe a week, I felt the same way. I was like, he didn't look right. This, that, and the third. And then I just got over that feeling and realized that, you know what, man, Terrence Crawford is as good as I really like deep down inside. Like I knew Bud was that good, and that's what it is, bro. I got over that. He looked drained. He stayed at the weight too long. Man, I don't want to hear all that shit. Terrence Crawford is he's that good, bro. The
No.
best.
You know
Yeah,
the
no
I
funny.
mean,
cap,
I
and
mean,
it's like,
he's
so
skilled. Don't
there's
get.
like this.
I'm not saying he did. I just
Because
said,
I
hey,
know
he didn't look
one more
right.
thing, Gabe. One more thing, Gabe. One more thing. I know EJ touches his fans better than Terrence Crawford does. You know, I know Terrence Crawford
No,
got the
it ain't got
crazy
nothing to do
fan
with
base, but
that.
I'm saying, I know,
You
but I'm
walk.
saying,
Nah, fam.
though, Gabe. I'm
I'm not.
saying,
No, no.
homie.
It ain't got nothing to
I'm
do with
saying
the fan base, bro. You're not going to insinuate how you feel about other Earl Fist
Crawford
fans to
is
G5.
that good, bro.
No,
That's
but
He's
what.
it's
that
That's
like,
what we
good,
not
bro.
but
gonna
it's
do,
like, look,
prize. I'm my own
He's just that
goddamn
good.
man. You're not gonna speak for me in my
I'm
thought,
not
bro.
speaking. I'm not.
You trying
I'm
to
not
tell
speaking
me
for
he
you.
just that good? That's how you feel, fam.
No. Not for you.
You look at Earl Spence going into the Ugas fight, and you look at him going into this. Look, totally different dudes. I ain't taking away nothing from Terrence Crawford.
Hey, hold on.
I gave this man all the credit. So I'm like, shit, he got in the era, signed that contract. He didn't look right. You got in the ring. That means you ready to fight. You got your ass whooped.
G5, can I ask you a question?
Wait. Hold on, BBO. Hold on, BBO.
Go ahead. Let me say this before you go.
That wasn't for you. That wasn't for you, Gabe. That wasn't for you. That was for the people, the listeners, the fans. I know y'all. I shouldn't have said you, but I know y'all.
Yeah, well,
you know,
when you talking to me, we was going back and forth. So I'm thinking you talking to me.
You. No, I'm just talking.
Okay, I like because I'm about to say let's go. I ain't saying nothing. I'm looking at how he looked in his other fights. He looked drained. Hey, but if you sign that contract and you get in that ring, that means you ready to go. I ain't got no excuses for no grown ass man. You got in there and got your ass.
No, but look,
whooped.
listen. I'm a big Earl Spence fan. You know what I'm saying? Yo, but I done seen a lot of fighters go in and out the ring, out and in. At first, I said Earl, but he didn't look right. But me being a fighter, he looked nervous, but he just wasn't showing it. You know what I'm saying? He just looked overwhelmed mentally, bro. You feel me? And then when he got in the ring, he wasn't as weak because watch every single one of his fights, he looked the same in every single one of those fights in the Terrence Crawford fight too. You know what I'm saying? So Crawford, he's just that good and he's special, like St. Prize Fighter said. Crawford, he's special.
I ain't saying he's not.
Let me ask you this, D-Free. Let me ask you this real quick, D-Free. So when you see a fight like that, and you pretty much see Earl get pumped, let me ask you, can Earl come back from that? I mean, because really, Terrence took his shoes off his feet. Can we see him come back and win? When somebody really just blatantly assaults you like that and just tell me, give me your lunch, give me your shoes right now. Can we really say
you be using them words, boy? You
can definitely come back from that. And see, the way I look at it, everybody has their own assessment of what they saw in the fight. Everybody has their own opinion how they feel about the fight. My whole thing is whether Terrence Crawford is that good or he's not that good or whatever. The whole thing is what G5 was saying was that wasn't the best version of Earl Spence we see now. Earl Spence can be at his best and it could still look the same, or it could look different and Bud still wins. But all G5 saying it was just not the best version of Earl Spence that he seen. Now, I feel the same way. I don't think that was the best version of Earl Spence, but like I said, regardless of what happened, he got in the ring, he got beat up, and Bud Crawford won. We're not making no excuses.
Did Bud have egg weights in his gloves?
Like I said, we're not making no excuses. Did
Bud spike his water? I'm just wondering.
Like I said, we're not making no excuses.
Don't cheat.
do that.
That man ain't never showed me he was a cheater ever in life. That nigga ain't never popped dirty. He ain't pissed out no sriracha like these other fighters and shit. That nigga is a clean ass fighter. Fuck what they talk about. They don't have to like Bud. That nigga cold with that shit. He the number one fighter in the world.
In the world, period.
Hey, you got to go beat that nigga. EJ, you got to get your get back. You didn't look your best. They told us y'all didn't study, bro. You don't go into battle without studying, but you gonna win or lose. That's foolishness.
Like I told everybody.
That shit crazy to me, bro.
What happened? That was the better man that night. Whoever, when you get in the ring, whoever, unless there's some blatant cheating in there. That he's the better man. If he wins,
did Bud have his hand all the way in the glove?
Shut up, dog.
I don't know. You tell me. You
dog, man, look.
You didn't see Tyson Fury cheat.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to duplicate that performance, bro. Now I ain't taking nothing away from him, but he couldn't miss.
This is why I say
he couldn't miss.
This is why I said people hate on all black fighters. Because he's the only man that I know on YouTube that said he didn't see Tyson Fury cheat. He's the only man on YouTube that I seen say that.
I'm just asking you, did he spike his water? Did he have his was EJ soup too heavy? I just was wondering.
Oh man.
Did EJ have his suit on?
Stop,
was that suit too heavy? I don't know. Hey, you know, we a show, so we gotta have some fun, man. I'm just having fun.
Man. I just look at it like this.
My father always told me, you ask dumb questions, you get a dumb response. So I'm not asking no dumb ass questions.
You know what my brother used to say? You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
I'm not answering.
But I was just making sure. I was just making sure his water wasn't spiked and that his gloves wasn't over or
Nah,
his camp.
hell no.
Nah.
You ain't hear nothing
He,
about
he was in the zone, bruh. I mean, like, there's just like one of them shooters when they can't miss, everything is working, no matter what he couldn't miss.
Yeah.
I
Especially
mean,
that
like, he was
right
like,
jab. That jab was
man,
everything, bro.
he was like Steph or Clay when they heat up, when they get hot, and they don't give a fuck if you
Still,
standing right in their face.
I gotta
Money.
think.
no, but
You
still, but
Put
I
your
get
hand up,
that.
put your
Look,
hand down. It don't
I gotta
matter.
think twice about
Look, I
BBL.
get that, you know what I'm
like
saying? You
showing
like
that.
an Earl Spence fan, you know what I'm saying? But I
I said,
know
I gotta
that, you know
think
what I'm
twice
saying?
about you. You like showing that
Huh?
that video. I gotta think
Oh,
twice
I
about
mean,
you. You gotta think pause or something. You like
it's
showing.
it's a funny video.
I gotta think twice about you.
Right.
You
No,
love
man,
showing
it's a
that
funny
video.
video, man.
Nah, that man was sharp. That man did his homework. That nigga
Yeah,
studied
but he
and he
was
got
soft.
skills. He
Right.
showed me. He showed me. That's
So
why I
now,
say
but
I'm a
plus
fan of
though, you
Terrence
gotta
Crawford.
think
I'm just
about it.
like he showed me. Like that nigga
No,
was
but
sharp. Looking from round one. I ain't never seen him that goddamn sharp. Like
no, but
Like
still,
I
we
said,
gotta
ask
look
you
at
this,
it but
D
like
Freak.
this though. We gotta
Was he
look at it like
smoking?
this.
Go ahead.
hmm?
My bad. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead, y'all.
Look, Errol Spence style, he's a ordinary but conventional fighter. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Terrence Crawford, he's a counter puncher, sharp puncher. Spence, but he don't got that sharp, fast muscle twitch. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't going to do that, but at Terrence Crawford. But even if they run it back at 154, it's going to be the same results. And BVO, you know how much of an Earl Spence fan I am.
Oh yeah,
And
I know what you
and
mean.
me, but I'm just keeping it a bean.
I don't
You
know
feel
if
me?
it's
But
gonna
I'm
be the
keeping.
same results. I don't know if it's gonna be the same results because I mean, like I said,
Oh
anything can
man.
happen on any given night. I don't know if it's gonna be the same results.
Absolutely, but then you gotta think about it. Earl Spence is not a sharp puncher. You gotta show
You don't have to be a sharp puncher
Crawford.
to win a fight.
Listen, you gotta show Crawford different styles and show that you're not just one dimensional. Spence, I love him, but he's one dimensional. He gonna keep that jab in your face, and as soon as you take away the jab, what else can he do? What else but can he, you feel me, but rely on? Ain't nothing else.
That's a
Crawford,
good. That's a good point.
exactly,
That's a
but
good point.
Crawford, he could fight stepping to you, stepping back, switch stances, like, like,
Go
like,
come forward. He can do
exactly,
everything, you know.
See, you
exactly
know what?
everything.
I'll just ask you this. Now, this is a kind of an old school thing. I'm gonna ask you this, D Freak. I don't know why Errol Spence made weight. Why didn't he just miss weight and go in there and dog Terrence? I don't know why he didn't go in like.
That's not in Errol Spence's character. He's a
It,
he's a
it,
100% man, and he's going to come in there and he's not going to cheat for nobody.
But we've seen that
and he
before
gonna
with
lose them
guys just
belts on the
miss weight.
scale. He gonna
But what I'm
forfeit the
saying,
belt.
Yeah,
you guys remember?
if he come in there and he missed weight, he's not going to be undisputed. So what would be the purpose of fighting? The whole purpose of him fighting. The whole purpose for him fighting was become undisputed because he could have moved up to 54 and not become undisputed. So why would you just on purpose miss weight and you're not going to become undisputed?
What I'm saying, I'm chilling about that part. I'm just more or less saying, I don't know if you guys remember when Danny Jacobs fought Triple G. He said, "You know what? I don't care. I'm coming in bigger than I'm supposed to," and he did that. And I thought he performed a lot better because he came in a little heavy. I think he should have came in a little heavier.
I mean,
damn. Somebody in the comment section said Bud was on them roids. Nah, you tweaking.
Oh boy, no,
nah,
Bud went on no roids.
I don't know about I don't know about
nah,
no.
we no. That man is no cheater, man.
That brother saying
that might be a hot
That
take. I don't
man
know
is
about that.
no cheater.
The only people I put the cheap jacket on is people like Canelo and Oscar Valdez and stuff like that.
Not Evander Holyfield.
Yeah, but they're not fighting right now. I'm talking people that are fighting right now.
Okay.
Those are the people I put the cheap
jacket. You talking about the teat? That's he's cheating because he's
Dillian White, Connor Ben,
Jarrell Miller.
Yeah, those guys. Those are the guys I put the cheap jacket on. I mean, until you test you come up with a dirty test, I'm not putting that jacket on you. Now, if you pop up with a dirty test, then yeah, I'm gonna be like, okay, let me go back and look at this Earl Spence fight because you was a little bit stronger than you normally be. So,
well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. And this is my final question on this from you guys. Were you guys surprised how much stronger he was than EJ? Did that surprise you, especially with Bud having that wrestling background? I don't know if a lot of guys know he's a world class
I
wrestler.
100% was super impressed the way Terrence Crawford was pushing him back because you know that out in Dallas they got that style, you know, out in Dallas. And I was shocked how, you know, Terrence Crawford, how much bigger he was, and that right jab for me, man, what did it? Man, I ain't gotta do all that. I'm not pausing nothing.
Whoa,
I'm not
whoa.
pausing
You gonna
nothing.
tell me to pause, but now you ain't
I'm not pausing nothing.
He about to come with his. He about to come with his.
God damn.
Statement.
Hey.
He gonna say something about.
Hey, he ain't pausing. He just going full steam ahead.
You know what I was saying?
Y'all like
I
to
knew
get
he
off
was
topic
strong.
with that, man.
If you deadlift over 400 pounds in jeans, bro, you're strong. You don't gotta show me shit else. You not weak. I know he's strong. Like what I was more impressed with was he's smarter than I thought he was.
Well, I never thought Earl was the smartest guy. I mean,
No, they smart. They both smart fighters.
I'm talking
Bud
about
is just
IQ
smarter than. Yeah, I mean, Earl, he don't really put himself in bad position, even as a pressure fighter. He just couldn't do what he wanted to do on Bud. That's the credit to him. Bud is fast as shit. That's Earl's biggest issue. Bud is fast, and Bud is on his toes, or the ball at his feet. Earl coming forward, he more flat-footed. So guess what they do? They put you more off balance. That's why I say he's smarter than I thought it was, because he was letting EJ get caught out of balance, or his feet was wrong or something. Bow bow, tip right on over like a damn. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I'm more impressed with the ring IQ. Like, you know what I'm saying? I knew he was a smart fighter, but like when you do it on a bigger scale, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I was
more at all by
more
Terrence
impressed
Crawford's IQ. His right jab was, you know, and then Bud wasn't the biggest jabber to me in his previous fights, you know, but for some reason his jab was. Jabber. I'm saying he wasn't jabbing like all crazy.
I know what you mean.
Like his right jab was. Let me finish.
Let me
finish my thought. Please let me finish my thought. His jab for me was everything. The whole fight was based around his jab was savage, dog. And you know he right-handed, so he leading with the right with his good hand. He was, man, that thing was his jab was everything, dog. And that's what I think the reason with the fight went the way it was.
I'm gonna tell you what I was more impressed with. I wasn't impressed by the strength or nothing like that, or even the jab. I was more impressed with Bud's defense, because Bud usually have a lackey defense, and I was more impressed with his defense because his defense was on point. That's what I was more impressed with.
But the defense became because his jab was so treacherous. When Earl fired,
it had nothing to do with the jab.
When Earl fired back, he had nothing for Bud because because Terrence's jab was so treacherous.
It has nothing to do with his jab. I'm just talking about.
How many times you watched the fight, D3? How many times did you watch that fight?
I don't listen what I'm trying to tell you. It has.
How many times did you?
I'm not going to answer your question until I finish saying my statement. Like I said, it has nothing to do with the jab. When your defense is on point, his defense was on point because when Earl was throwing his shot, he was blocking everything. It had nothing to do with his jab. You can throw a jab all day, but if somebody's throwing something behind your jab, and you're blocking it, that means your defense is on point. It has nothing to do with his jab. His defense was on point.
Bro, his jab neutralized everything that Earl could do. I love Earl. Like I said, I'm 50-50 with you. BBO can back me up. I've been neutral the whole time about this buildup with Terrence Crawford and Earl Smith.
Praz is right. Praz 100% right.
His jab neutralized anything that Earl can do. It was thinking too much. Oh, I can't get down to the body. Oh, I can't do my jab because Terrence's right jab, because he's right-handed naturally, neutralized everything that Earl can do.
His jab is like
so
a power punch too.
And I'm gonna let you get in here, Jai. That was the turning point of the fight for me. Forget the knockdowns and everything. His Terrence Crawford jab was everything. You can get in there, Jai.
Old school told me you jab with a jab. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's like, because you firing back when he firing back, and he's quicker. So it's like you jab with a jab.
You know what I gotta say? You know what I gotta say to that? That's a good point. Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
Oh no, I mean, have you heard that, John?
From
You
into the
boxed
Earl
though.
Spence, yeah. I heard that, but it's like this. Look at the type of jabs that they have. Spence is not a snappy jabber. He's just a consistent jabber. Crawford, he's a snappy jabber. And with snappy jabbers, you got to be real careful because one, but they're confident, you know what I'm saying, they speed, but they know that, but they probably have power. And two, they know that they're accurate. Three, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Spence, he works off the jab. Crawford, he just works his jab. You know what I'm saying?
Before we wrap up the show, man, I gotta ask my brother D Free a question, man. When are you gonna burn that Redskins hat, bro?
Never, nigga. That's why we busting your ass tomorrow night. We gonna bust your ass tomorrow night.
Oh man, hey, BBO, you ain't shit. You know how to push that nigga button, boy. Oh man, bro. Say, hey, y'all see how quick his energy changed?
What? Oh yeah.
Hey.
He already know the Browns is gonna kill the
Hey,
Redskins.
he finna go get his Letterman jacket.
He already know.
I already know.
Let me get correct.
He got it on. I already know.
He's gonna burn my damn.
Hey, I want to read. Can I read a comment real quick?
Go ahead.
The homie Brian Covert said, "VBO on some Larry Merchant shit, bro." that stood out to me in the comments, man. Shout out to him. I don't care if y'all didn't.
That's a real hated move. That's a real hated move to read that one. That's a real hated move.
Shit was, but that shit was funny to me. It stood out.
Hey,
more than all the other comments.
But D Free, you know what you should do with that? You should burn it, and then you should have G5 sing his Dallas Cowgirl stuff, and y'all burn it together, man. That'd be a nice fire.
Man, if you don't get your eat a pumpkin, eat a helmet wearing ass boy, man, Cleveland Browns ass, man. Who named their team the goddamn Browns?
We might need to shift the Dallas and Washington Commanders gear up to Cleveland. Maybe they'll start winning some championships.
Hey, Case of boy, it's all love. But I love to have fun, man. But I'll tell you this. When y'all talking about the Browns, remember, Super Bowl this shit, baby. Super Bowl. Deshaun Watson, Amari Cooper, Nick Chubb, Myles Garrett. Do I got to keep naming the stars, man? I got to keep naming the stars. I will.
Y'all call yourself the Browns.
Hold on. He said, do I got to keep naming stars? Nigga, you named all of them. That's all y'all got.
No. What's up? I can't remember my quarterback. I can't remember my cornerback's name.
That's all you got.
My cornerback. I can't remember my cornerback's name, man.
Because there ain't no star. That's why you can't name him. There ain't no star.
The second best cornerback. I can't think of his name. I don't know why.
There ain't no star. That's why you can't name him. There ain't no star.
Man, who's the cornerback for the Browns? I cannot remember his name.
Nobody knows who he is.
That's your man. That's BBO man's though.
Nobody knows who it is.
Hey, you can't say nothing because you an Eagles fan, bro. So y'all don't win either. Y'all go to lose. Y'all go to dance to lose.
We got a chip in this time. Hold on. Philadelphia, we got a chip. We got a chip. What you talking about?
When? Y'all got it last year? Was it last year y'all got one?
Nah, we lost.
I mean, I wanted to D Free. Did y'all have one like a year after I was born back in 91? When that y'all last win?
Did you have one ever? Did you have one ever?
I said, when is Cleveland Browns won one ever?
Hold on. He said,
I know they called the damn Browns.
He said we had one a year.
Come on.
He was born.
That's no creativity.
He never even seen his team go to a Super Bowl.
Huh?
You said we won one a year after you was born, but you never even seen your team go to the Super Bowl.
I see my team go to 2 Super Bowls. The real Browns are in Baltimore.
The Baltimore not Cleveland.
I ain't no Eagles fan, but they won one and they went back to one. They had a chance to win another one. Shit, we got 5, but shit, we ain't had one in a minute. But shit, we got hardware. But I ain't saying we going to the Super Bowl every year.
But think about this, G5. Y'all sell panties and bras out there. Y'all don't really go to win and dodge. Y'all just sell panties and bras at the stadium.
And what do y'all do when y'all show up? Ain't nobody thought about the Browns since Jim Brown was playing. Even Odell Beckham and everybody that came, Tim Couch and all them people that was supposed to be stars came there and still didn't put no
What I'd say is this, Murder. It's us Ohio boys. You know how we get, you know how us Ohio niggas get down, nigga. Ohio nigga, double O. What's up, yo? Columbus, Akron, Cleveland, Springfield, Dayton, Youngstown. What's up, y'all?
Fuck Fred, fuck Howard, and fuck all of them.
What about Robin? She's hot, right?
Robin?
Yeah.
Who cares about that bitch?
You know how
Who is that? Is that a Willie Green jersey? What green is that?
Green, nigga.
Oh, he took.
Hey.
G5. You know that G5 and Prize. Did y'all know that this guy said Daryl Green is better than Deion?
Yes, I did, and I stand on that.
Well, you know, D3 says things, you know, and that's his opinion.
Nigga,
you know,
you can't.
Goddamn, D3
You
won't
can't
even
prove
let you
otherwise.
say one word. As soon as you say something about D3, he immediately attacks you. You don't even get to.
You damn skippy. I'm not gonna let you just say whatever.
Goddamn. At least let me say what I'm gonna say.
D3, y'all gotta get a quarterback before you say anything.
All I was about to say was D3. You know, he says things and he can have his opinion, but you know, me personally think, you know, Deion Sanders was a better cornerback than Daryl Green. Now, Daryl Green might have been faster.
That's about it.
He did things.
I'm gonna put it like this. How many times have you seen Deion Sanders get beat for a touchdown?
I haven't counted that, bro. Like
every
corner gets beat.
I can tell you like this: it's way more times than you ever seen Daryl Green get beat for a touchdown. Way more. How many times have you seen?
Maybe they got more camera footage.
How many times have you seen? I'm telling you,
is Daryl Green in the Hall of Fame?
Yes, he is. First ballot.
Absolutely.
Long time ago.
Oh yeah, he there. He was a monster.
It's not even about that. But me personally, Deion Sanders, people bought tickets to come see a cornerback play. I don't remember people buying tickets to see Daryl Green, but I know people bought tickets and sell out the stadium to see Deion Sanders
was the type of corner that Deion Sanders was the type of corner. All you gotta do is run to his side. He ain't gonna tackle you. Daryl Green gonna tackle your ass. He gonna tackle.
Deion also gonna take the ball. It's gonna be 6.
They got different
just like he said, Ed Reed is not better than Ronnie Lott. Like that's just crazy.
Who?
You said Ed Reed is not better than Ronnie Lott.
I didn't say Ed Reed ain't better than Ronnie Lott. First of all, they're two different positions. They're two different positions. You said if I had to choose, who would I choose as my safety? And I said I would take Ronnie Lott because I know Ronnie. I said no. Actually, what I said was I'd take Brian Dawkins, and then I would take Ronnie Lott as my strong safety because those are two different positions.
Oh, that's right. You did. Mama
one is a free safety, and one is a strong safety.
That's even crazier to say that Brian Dawkins ain't nowhere near as good as
No,
as good as Ed Reed. Ed Reed took the ball away.
This is what I'm telling y'all about y'all new age players. This is what I'm talking about, y'all new age players. Y'all look at the flashy shit. I look at the fundamentals. I don't look at the flashy shit. Y'all see an interception and he running back. Okay, what happens when he don't get the interception? What happens then? When you don't get the interception? Y'all see Deion Sanders, he get interception. But what happens when he don't get the interception? When he don't break the play up? What happens is they get the ball and 9 out of 10 they get yardage because he don't.
They're not throwing to his side. They're not. They're staying.
And you throw the Deion Sanders side.
Oh no,
Jerry Rice used to eat Deion Sanders up. What are you talking about?
Jerry Rice used to be.
I never disagree with that.
He didn't stop Jerry Rice sometime?
He stopped Jerry Rice twice in a game.
Nobody stopped Jerry Rice. That makes no sense.
Okay, so
he stopped the playmaker.
He
stopped the playmaker.
I'm gonna let y'all have
he stopped the playmaker.
No, you said they don't throw to his side. They do. They don't. If they didn't throw to his side, how did he get interceptions? Then if they didn't throw to his side, that don't even make sense. You can't get interception if they don't throw the ball your way.
So what y'all gonna do this year? What y'all gonna do G5 this year? What you see y'all doing this year?
You said G5 or me?
No, I said G5. I said how you see your season playing out this year?
Man, I think we have a good season. We got a tough ass schedule, so we got to be on point. So it's like we gonna go as that go on offense. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I've been over the last 3 to 5 years. Mm-hmm. We go as that go. If he on point and he sharp and ain't making the plays we need, we'll be all right. We got more weapons around him.
Is CeeDee Lamb number 1?
Yes. Yeah. It was that last year. He had 1,300 last year.
Hey, you know something, BBO? Remember we was talking about the fundamentals?
Mm-hmm.
That's why Daryl Green is my favorite player of all times.
I'll give you that. He had great fundamentals. I'll give you that.
That man is the true Iron Man of the NFL.
I think
played for a long time too.
He really did.
But
long time.
I think Deion was more talented though. I think Deion was more talented though. I do.
Deion was more talented. I didn't say Deion wasn't more talented. I said he was a better corner to me.
What I'm saying is, I'll be honest with you, I don't think that Deion worked as hard as Green either.
Never.
I don't.
Never. Nobody worked as hard as Green, except for maybe Jerry Rice. Maybe Jerry Rice.
Definitely Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice might be the only person that worked as hard as Darryl Green.
Hey, but this is the thing, man. We're gonna be back this weekend. We're gonna be watching the AJ versus Robert Helenius.
That's at 1 o'clock.
Show.
That's at 1 o'clock.
That's at 1?
Yep.
I know we're gonna watch Oscar Valdez then. I know we're gonna watch Oscar Valdez.
We're watching Oscar Valdez. We're gonna watch Gary Antoine. They come on.
Gary Antoine on that card?
No, they on the they on the PBC card.
Okay, that's right. The PBC.
Oscar Valdez is the top rank card, and AJ is the tone card. But AJ.
So we're not gonna be covering. We're not gonna be covering your boy AJ at all because he's boring anyway. But we will be covering.
I'm gonna tap in. See what happens. See how he look. I'm gonna tap in to see how he look. But we're not covering it because that joint.
That's what I mean. What I'm saying is we're gonna get to see Oscar Valdez on his way to becoming undisputed at 130. We're gonna see if he can do it.
Navarrete, if you make it past Navarrete.
So when he stop him, I want this. What I want to do. When he stop him, I want you to give him full credit. How's that?
I give him credit for beating him. I don't know what full credit is. I give him credit for beating him. I don't know what full credit is. I mean, what more credit you want me to give him? Say, okay, he beat Oscar Valdez. He won. He was the better man. What more credit you want me to give him? But I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, you know what's so funny, man? D3, you really went on to put that Washington Redskins stuff on like y'all gonna do something, bro. I just want y'all to know that y'all not gonna do nothing.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Washington is gonna beat Cleveland tomorrow, and we're gonna have a better record than y'all in the season.
We'll make a bet on that.
We can make a bet on it.
We'll make a bet on that. And I don't want you to start hiding, man. And we know that. And we know G5's team, they're gonna be selling the most panties and bras this year, and we look forward to that from Jay.
Man, don't hate because we got multiple streams of revenue as well as football. Shit, man, don't hate the player, hate the game. Goddamn it! I'm saying we may get money down here. You know what I'm saying? Long money all the way around. Stadium got art galleries and all type of shit in there. Yeah, we're gonna have a better record than y'all too. I bet you on that too, and a tougher schedule.
He said,
I bet you 20 right now.
So
we're gonna have a better record than you.
That nigga ain't one cent.
Hold on, let me read this. What he said: Browns can play themselves 18 times in the season, they still win. Who was your team, A1? Who was your team?
He's a Saints fan.
Oh well, you know what? It's time for you to shut up. You talking like that,
Lord.
Hey, but bag and put it on your head.
Before we go, everybody, Quick is live. Make sure y'all go over there and show Quick some love, and she chop it up with Quick in her podcast after we get off of here.
For sure.
Me and BBO, we're gonna be back this weekend. And
hey, you know what's funny?
I'm gonna have to get BBO like I get him every time because Stephen A never lose against Skip Bayless.
Here we go. Hey, and on that, this is the world famous man, voted best new podcast on YouTube, man. Roll with the Punches podcast. It's your boy BBO. It's the ultimate hater himself, my brother D3, and we go.
All right,
peace.